Yeah, I'll be trying to remember any details.
So, last we left off, we had just returned to our kingdom. Or, no, we were finishing up dealing with the bloom. We managed to take out the bloom and everything associated with it, basically. And we purged or cleaned the tear into... Was it the abyss? Okay. Okay, I was half right at least. So, we ended up heading back to our kingdom, telling the hunters at the Hunter's Lodge that we dealt with the issue. And I think we had a year-long break at that point in which
Sounds good, yeah.
in which our characters developed their skills, developed the kingdom. I don't remember what each person did, but it was some sort of self-development or getting paid kind of thing. So after this year of peace in the kingdom, we were notified that we lost all communication with Varnhold. Nobody has heard anything for, I believe... can you give me the time frame again? Okay. Yeah, so it's been a bit, and our group, worried and trying to figure out what's going on, decided to come over here and deal with the issue. And we are here, and we've been exploring around the outskirts of the city here, and we have found that there is absolutely nobody around.
There's some war monsters in the top there that ate the livestock.
I don't want to go talk to them, I'm sorry. There is potentially somebody here because there is in the center of the keep, I believe, smoke rising. So we poked into it. We've poked into that one. I've seen into that one, and we've gone through the brewery.
Yeah.
And I think we were going to check the rest of the buildings before we moved on, though.
Absolutely. Well, we gotta look for more evidence about what's going on. Let's look through as many of these buildings as we can find. Maybe we can find even, like, anything that'll point us toward what happened.
Good idea.
We should probably just... I'm gonna go check this house to the west.
I'm gonna go with you then.
Okay, make sure to call for help really loud if anything happens.
Just stay away from those creepy things up there in that pen.
You're a very squishy dragon. You know that?
Sure, there must be something around there that points to what happened. At least like footprints. People don't just vanish in thin air. Gaz turns to Yarmus. You're better at footprints, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, can you look for some? I'm not really good with tracking or that
What's
stuff.
the magic word?
I'll pay you.
Alright. Let's take a look, see then. This is a, not blind roll, right? Oh, okay. Right, gotcha. Well, there you go. Might be some kind of psychological thing or some kind of enchantment placed upon the people here.
Or the more likely thing, they evacuated this place for some reason.
But we need to find out what that reason is, of course.
Can I knock? I'm gonna knock.
Parent is gonna look at this wagon. Is this wagon loaded like they're packing up supplies to go somewhere?
Oh boy.
No, okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, well, sorry about that, guys. Looks like OBS loves to change things on you and screws things up a lot.
Oh yeah, it does.
So hopefully, you guys were following things as yeah, I'll have to do an edit on the video. But yes, you were trying to figure out if there was anything amiss about this, setup with the cart. Doesn't look like it. It looks like it was just normal business. They were setting up to send out a delivery of something or importing some items. Looks normal.
Well, Giraffe, seems like nobody's home.
I opened the door.
You open it up and get the smell of leather quite readily, as this looks to be a leatherworker's shop. There's many items that even look quite nice, like these rugs and other things that have been set out for shipment. But otherwise, work has just halted. Tools lie on their shelves.
It's like they just vanished.
Well, it certainly looks like they did. Especially in the other place where we saw that food sitting around. Why don't you check that door up there, Giraffe? I'm gonna look outside.
Giraffe, you see a scene that you've seen before. Food laid out, rotting away, bitten at by rodents or otherwise. Normal life. Nothing that looks hectic, nothing that looks like a rush to pack things or anything like that. If you didn't know any better, it did seem like they just vanished. But, Parent, looking out here, you see these larger racks that look almost like horse hides that have been stretched across, but something's a little bit off about them.
Well, he's definitely gonna go take a look at that.
Roll me a crafting check. You're not quite sure, but these horse hides are carved off from the horses in a strange way, as if they were more careful around the necks of the horses.
That's kind of weird. Giraffe, these look weird to you?
The horse tracks?
No, the
Oh, the
skins, the
skins.
tanning wrecks or whatever they are.
Can I make what kind of check would it be to like inspect these?
Crafting.
Oh, I'm actually proficient in that.
See if you notice something that he didn't. In fact, you actually do. around the necks there, it looks almost like there's less and less hair. As if these really aren't horses' hides.
I think they're people hide. That was like the worst time for my roommate to walk in.
Wait, are you... people? You should probably get the others to take a look at this too, then.
That's just a guess, Corvus, but is that somewhat...
It still looks like horsehide, like it still has the fur of horses. It's not like
Oh.
people hide, no. But the strange thing is, yes, it's sort of like the hair on the horse's hides doesn't match up to what you'd expect, especially going up to the neck.
Okay, so maybe not people, but this is definitely off.
Giraffe was feeling a little bit of kinship with the Mashtu again.
Well, I'm gonna go get the others. Maybe they can come give us a educated guess. Maybe it's some sort of animal that's over here and not by our kingdom.
Maybe. That would be ideal.
And while Parath is making his way back, Kiba, you were wanting to have a look in some of these other houses, right?
That's right. That's what I'm doing.
Looking into the doorways, or cracking them open, many of them have been left sort of ajar. These are just, farmhouses, and most of them seem to have likewise been abandoned in the midst of normal activities.
As I'm searching around them, I'm careful not to take anything, and if anybody's ever in one of these with me, I keep an eye on them as well, just in case.
Sure.
But otherwise, nothing particularly interesting turning up in the investigation of these little houses.
Nothing of real note. It's the same story over and over again, really. But
Worth a
there's
try, though.
farmhouses.
I really can't see this being a regular evacuation. Why wouldn't they seek asylum anywhere else after they leave?
Most likely we're not able to. Either they simply disappeared, or they had their minds controlled in some way that they weren't able to break free of whatever hold that had them, and they were forced somewhere.
So about the footprints leading out of Varnhold, are they like all going in the same direction, or are they just sort of scattered? They all just like leaving the vicinity.
From your survival check, you couldn't tell.
Gotcha. Okay.
We found some strange pelts over there in that building.
Did you now? What can you tell me about them?
They look like horses, but no fur around the heads or the necks. I don't think I've seen anything like that before. It could just be nothing. Maybe it's just an animal from around here.
Maybe it's exactly the animal we're looking for.
Well, now I'm very curious.
Well, come take a look yourselves. Do
And
the
since you guys are here, can you maybe take a look at the tracks on the ground, the footprints, see if they're leading anywhere?
Can I make a survival check?
Of course.
All right. Split the party, and now we're back to swapping checks.
Well, it's a team game. You're supposed to.
Absolutely.
As long as you're trained in the skill, of course. Giraffe, you can't tell much more than what Yarmos saw. It's very difficult. It's going to be because of the time scale you're dealing with and all of that. But Yarmos, as you head back over to the house here, or the leatherworker's shop, I should say, and you head towards the back once more. That crafting check was for this, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, it's in the back of the house as they guide you in that direction.
Oh, gotcha.
And what you're noticing as you're getting back here is, yeah, you can confirm that's what they see is weird, but you realize, well, these really aren't horses' eyes at all, and they're a little bit even more insidious than just some strange creature from this region. Those look like the hides of centaurs.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that Oh.
seemingly cut away to disguise that fact, to make them as if they're just horse hides.
That's
Think these
extremely
are-
disturbing.
I think these are people.
Wait, so they've been selling these? Potentially?
That's disgusting.
We've been buying pelts from Varnhold.
I don't think we have.
No, we've been self-sufficient on pelts. Remember the taxes? We literally taxed furs. I doubt we would have bought any from here.
Oh, Grigori was selling stuff over in our lands for a while. Let's
Yeah.
hope he didn't pass by here.
He taxed imports because he was literally the only one importing furs. So,
I think that we should really go check out that smoke we saw. I think we need some answers here because this is pretty messed up.
Very well. I believe I agree with you.
But I think seeking out some of the local centaurs might also yield some answers.
Do we know where they are?
only vaguely to the south and east. Far away from here.
Maybe they had something to do with the disappearance, especially with this going on. Maybe they were fighting each other or something.
How on earth are we to broach that topic? Hey, did you disappear an entire civilization because they were skinning your people?
That doesn't seem possible. I feel like something greater must be at play. Although it's entirely possible that the centaurs were responsible for conjuring whatever caused these people to disappear. It's possible.
I don't entirely blame them if this is what they were doing to their kin.
As you guys think about the possibilities, looking towards that fort there, as it gets a little bit later in the day, as time goes by in your explorations, you see that the only reasonable way across this river, and a pretty easy way for you guys, would be that ford across it, at the center of town.
Granth is definitely going to head back that direction.
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's good. Did they really build their city in the middle of a river and not build a bridge as well?
Not much of a city. It's more like a village going near to being a town. And bridges are expensive. As Giraffe catches up, I'd like
Yeah,
you
sorry,
guys...
just respond to something.
No, it's fine. As you're going across the river here, roll your exploration, your search checks if you're searching. Which I think is everyone, as per your icons.
We see all,
And we're investigating,
well,
I think.
except the stuff we don't.
As you're trying to figure out if the people may have passed by here or not, or what really occurred with the river and its ford, or rather, if a bridge should be here, you notice something else, Yarmos. As you're almost about to wade a little bit further, you get the sense that there are these dark shapes in the water, awaiting your approach.
Yarmos immediately backs right up.
And with you backing right up immediately, the jig is up. It seems like these creatures, intelligent enough, whatever they are, know that they need to ambush now. And as they rise out of the water, they're not going to get that bonus, but they seem to be these crab-like things with these tentacles coming out from their maw, dripping with this some sort of poisonous venom of some sort. For the purpose of it, I need you guys' initiative.
Oh no.
Okay, grief, evolved twats.
And one is bigger than the other.
Oh no. I'm gonna use my hero point on initiative if I'm allowed to.
Sure, yeah.
An 80-20.
I'll just take
That's a
my
lot better. Going before one is better than going after both.
So, with them jumping out of the water, one of them sort of shouts out in... Well, actually, do any of you have this language? Let's see real quick. Yes, one of you has it. Somebody has Aklo in the party.
Oh,
And Yarmos, is that you?
yeah.
Crab. Do you speak crab?
That's incredible.
Not like the others, but they'll do. And as they choke that out, they're going to rush towards Giraffe here and strike out with the claws.
They have reach.
Mm-hmm.
Sharks.
Long arms snapping towards you. They will deal 17 points of damage to you. And as they do so, they'll grab you at arm's length with the grab action on their third action. That'll be that one. Keepa, we got you.
Oh no, I'm not having that. I rush in for the attack.
Okay. Water will be difficult terrain.
So I believe that's about 20 to get there, so I'm well within my movement. And I go for a... I didn't declare anything, so I do believe I have a the glaive active.
Yeah, sure.
Make sure I have it actually wielded right now. It should be, because I did some changes. There we go. It is wielded like it's supposed to be. All right. Yeah, we had a bit of maintenance between sessions. Yeah, there we
Yep.
go.
Just twirl the blade in front of you, slicing towards it, trying to keep it away from Giraffe there. You are not able to hit as one of their claws comes up to deflect it.
I'll save the hero point and do a follow-up strike.
Got a quick slash towards it. Almost went for the 18.
No.
It'll be the 5. Just deflects both your attacks. At least you are in line with Giraffe there to aid him if he needs it. Giraffe, your turn.
Well, this sucks. I guess I'm gonna be making a check against the grapple.
Yep. So escape is acrobatics, athletics, or unarmed attack modifier, whichever is higher for you.
Athletics is 16, unarmed is 9, so I'm gonna go with athletics.
Mm-hmm. Trying to use your raw strength to break yourself free from its grasp there, but against their athletics DC, you have failed. They have an iron grip or a claw-like
Oh, this
vice
is annoying.
grip.
And I assume I can't attack them.
Because you're at arm's length, you can't get the full sort of attack off on them. Yes, I know their arm is on you, but as per, it's just not enough reach on your weapon.
Ugh, this is annoying. And morphing a weapon takes an action, right?
Yep. It is also an interact action, I believe.
Which provokes
Well,
opportunity.
exactly.
And would be a
Ah.
DC 5 flat check for you, because you're grabbed.
Mm. And trying
I mean-
again is gonna play the map.
What are you saying, Yarmos?
Yeah, I was about to suggest trying again, but
Well, my next best option is Montblé.
Don't
Because
you
it
have,
actually.
don't you have
don't
lunch?
Oh, I do. I do have lunge. Okay, I'm gonna lunge with the Montblé.
Sure, go for it.
I need to check how many actions that feature is.
One action.
Okay. Thank you.
Sort of extend your body
would
to its
be-
limits. Out
This would be
front.
map -5, right?
Mm-hmm.
this is breaking verisimilitude a bit. Lunging from inside the grip.
But unfortunately, make sure to target on your attack, but 17 is definitely not going to hit there.
I have one more action. He's gonna get me again. So I might as well try -8 map with the blood first. Lunging again. Or is
Okay.
lunge? Yeah, no, I can do lunging.
Yep, nothing prevents it. You lunge out for them. No dice there.
Oh,
It's hard to break
this
through
is
that
annoying.
hide, and especially at this distance. That'll be you. Parent.
I'm gonna start with the recall knowledge.
That'll be a occultism.
well, you know you're having a good day when you start off with an occultism check.
Parent, you can't quite say for sure. what these things are.
Well, I guess we just have to try something then.
We can dissect them later.
You're not eating them, giraffe.
We
Boil
can
them
interrogate
in
them.
water. Boil them
I know how
alive.
to.
Parent is
I
going
know how-
to raise his wand of sudden bolt
Okay.
Oh boy.
on the big one in the water. Because
That's
water,
pretty-
Is that good?
electricity, that's good, right?
It does fail its save, as its watery high, like just jumping out from the water, conducts a bit more of that, and a lot more actually. Those are good rolls. 33 damage from that sun bolt crashing down on it, splitting into its, well, chitinous armor.
Don't mind me and Giraffe as we're terrified over here.
Just because I'm putting electricity in the water doesn't mean that next I'm done.
I know. It's magic. A wizard did it.
Yarmus.
You know, Pathfinder has electric conductivity rules, right?
gonna
Only
cry.
if you're submerged, I believe.
Yarmos is going to try to send a recall knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Still a cultism.
So, you also are not quite sure.
Alright. Well, he's gonna finish off his turn by moving back here and then feeding a Drakeheart mutagen to Gaz. Seeing as he's the front line on that side.
Protect us, guys.
Ooh, that's a
Oh
problem.
boy.
Alrighty. So, going to this one here, it's going to lunge out and get itself as close as possible, using some of that swim speed to get it pushed forward here. And as it gets right in the midst of everyone, it's going to attack Parith because, well, Parith struck it with lightning. As one of these claws
Ooh.
snaps towards you, Parith, this will be a critical strike.
That's
I'm
not
doing
good.
Glimpse of Redemption because you're close enough.
Mm-hmm. So, Kiba, always add that on them for
Okay.
that.
Yep, I got one on him. That's definitely enfeeble.
And enfeebled, yeah. As that attack comes out, Parith is able to hold up against it a little bit better, but they're going to grab to make sure he can't escape for any further. That'll be Bat Crab's turn. Going over to Gaz.
Guys, help!
I'm no fisherman or a crab wrangler. I don't know what to do. He'll just try and do what he's always done. Which in this case is overdriving. Let's find it. There it is.
Don't you have a lobster cracker built into one of your gadgets?
They are claws, just like them, but
Success. To get everything into gear.
I have a question. I know these are like quote unquote technically natural weapons, but you could technically somewhat tamper with them by like doing the classic of getting a rubber band around them or something. Would that be an option?
Unfortunately, they are biological. Like, you have to, it has to be something that you can like unscrew or something like that.
Alright.
Mostly because I don't want to set a precedent.
Fair enough, fair enough. That's why I ask after all.
I tamper with the dragon's breath weapon.
Yeah. Just give him some tums or something. Yeah.
Oh no.
Tubs!
They really don't have many options. I will try to strike the very... Actually, before I do that, I will move over here.
As you move
Then I
over
will
there,
strike the crab.
it will take an attack opportunity against you.
Oh.
They seem to be pretty quick with those snapping claws there.
Oh.
Thank you for not getting critted.
17.
I wonder why he didn't get crit.
Getting credit is my job.
But yeah,
I
will
don't like
move up
these lobsters.
and strike.
That's definitely a hit. Roll the damage.
I'm also very glad that it didn't hit me at my overdrive because that's a manipulate.
Mm. Oh, well, you forgot to. So, more on parent there, but you strike into its side. There's a little bit of a crack from it. This one is hurting, certainly. But
Okay.
with that, we're going back to this one, and as we go back to it, it is going to pull Giraffe towards him and transfer
thing, right?
that
Is
grasp.
Is that an interact action?
No, it is just this tentacle
Darn it.
transfer. They sort of pull you back towards it and get you into those paralytic tentacles there. So I need a fortitude save from you.
You know what? I'm not going to complain with this.
Okay.
I'm in range now.
Mm-hmm. But might be paralyzed, but not there. You're able to push through. You're still held in that, and it may cause issues for the future, but for now, as it gets you closer, it is going to still strike in with some of those claws.
It's gonna regret this.
It's going to get a crit.
Ah!
As it just snaps closed that one of those jaws on you, or claws on you. Not as much damage as they could have gotten, though.
That's a pathetic crit.
And
Yeah. I crit better than that. We saw that last time.
yeah, they're focused on Giraffe. One at a time for them. And another hit. A little bit of damage there. 12. Just claws are snapping around you. Kiba might be able to
Not
help.
enjoying this.
Yeah. So, we have a bit of a situation. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. And I take a deep breath and I start singing in the middle of combat.
Okay.
Oh boy, we picked up levels at Bard.
Hymn of Healing.
Now to figure out how to use this.
I'm gonna drag that on.
Parent.
Oh, you're talking to him.
No, I'm not targeting you. I'm targeting parents. Let's see. So I'm assuming I need to put the spell effect on parent.
Yep. Focus on parent.
Oh, I see how it is.
How does this work? Do I need to click the healing button? Let's see. Maybe not.
Yes. So when you cast a
yes.
spell and the first time each round you sustain it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
okay.
hold on. So, Divine Singing turns wounds, provides temporary respite. The target gains fast healing. That healing button really shouldn't be there because that's not fast healing. Fast healing occurs at the start of the character's turn.
What is fast healing? Is it like regeneration?
It's essentially regeneration, but fast healing... Regeneration is something that can be stopped. Fast healing cannot be stopped. Like regeneration...
Also,
is
regeneration
like on
can give you your
trolls.
limbs back.
Yeah, stuff like that too. Fast healing's just healing over time, right? But Parent will have gotten temper HP, and he does seem to have that now. Yes.
It had the wrong value to begin with, so I upgraded to 8.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
It doesn't
Yeah.
seem that. Okay, but yeah, Kiba, able to do that.
This will be a learning experience for all of us. I don't know if there's anything I can do with a strike on the other, the bottom jewel to like interrupt what it's trying to do to Giraffe.
Sure.
But
You're meaning to like try to get them free of the grapple?
yeah, is there anything I could potentially do?
Mhm.
Like,
You can shove Giraffe. If you shove Giraffe, he'll be pushed back 5 feet, and forced movement always breaks grapples, at the very least.
cool, I love this. All right, so I have to do
This is
the
good to know.
athletics for it.
Yes. Athletics, and it'll be against Giraffe's fortitude save. Which I think you'd succeed at, actually. As you're able to push Giraffe back through the water there, he's thrown back here, he's freed from the grapple, and as part of shove, you can also follow into the space that you pushed a person out of, as per that single action. If you want to replace them there.
Trust me, you don't want to be there.
I don't know. It put me in range of Gaz. but it's also a terrible place to stand. You're right. I'm just gonna chill where I am.
Okay. You still have 2 actions. That was map, though.
That was 3 actions. Hymn of Healing was 2
Oh,
actions to
right.
start singing.
Yeah.
It'll only be 1 to sustain it.
Gotcha. So, Giraffe, we go to your turn.
Vengeance. Time for vengeance. Double slice against the jewel.
Okay. Well, we can, in this sort of shallows here, where they seem to have their ford, that will be a success. Roll damage.
Wonderful.
Quick slicing.
Surely
there
these don't
first.
have high fort, right?
Trust me, we're getting close to the place where this might succeed, but we still have to roll lower than that.
I hate it here.
Let's see if it has copper in its blood.
Mm-hmm.
I switched the bloodthirst over to a mangosh.
Sure thing. Quickly stab in with that bloodthirst, drawing some of its blood out. Roll the damage there.
Sip, sip, sip.
And rolls 19 for the poison. So it's not going to get poisoned there.
Thank
If they
you.
roll lower, they will. But, well, until then. Traff, you got one more. Twin pair.
Twin parry. Add 2 to my AC.
Mm-hmm. Parent.
I'm gonna try to break free of the scrap.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
It's set on the 5. As you struggle there, you're not able to get yourself free.
Oh, damn it.
It's got a 9 grip.
If you roll a flat check below the 5 to do a manipulate, does he lose the spell slot?
Correct, yes. The spell fizzles.
Gotcha. I'm gonna
Also-
try it. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying?
Also, you're supposed to be healed for 8
Oh,
at
right,
the
the
start of your
fast
turn,
one.
but it's saying 2 now.
No,
I don't love that.
yeah, the automation on that just seems like the spell effect is wrong. I'm just gonna take away the spell effect because
Cool.
it's just gonna show. Just keep track of it, keep it for us. But yeah.
I'm
Nice.
gonna try to cast Fear.
Okay.
Let me make that flat check.
Mm-hmm. Quick incantation to try to draw out the fear in this creature's mind. You're just able to get the somatic components done as your hands collect that magical energy, and they are certainly going to fail that. That is frightened 2 on them.
Take it out before it takes me out, please. That is all 3 actions.
Yarmus.
It's gonna attempt another Recall Knowledge.
This time, you're able to recognize these as Chul. They are aberrations that are, well, very evil, sort of subterranean lurkers in lakes and other places like this. And they're pretty simple. They like eating things and producing spawn and whatever monsters usually do. What do you want to know specifically about them?
Any weaknesses?
They have not any weaknesses.
Ah, darn. Okay.
As a general rule of thumb, better to ask about low save than weakness on most creatures.
Gotcha.
Because most creatures don't have a weakness value. I'd say 25% have weakness values, really.
Yeah,
Less.
but we also already have their saves for anything except reflex.
Oh, yeah, you do. Either way.
Yeah. Either way, Yarmus is going to skunk bomb the one that's now afraid.
Okay. Slinging off a bomb towards it.
And mine, but there we go.
Circling it into hand and throwing it off. This would definitely be a hit. However, they are immune to poison.
Ah, great. Wait, let me check this just to make sure it's
Because the bomb itself has the poison trait, everything within it is a poison.
that's how it works. Okay,
Mm.
that's a shame.
So,
Okay, so
worth a shot, but Yarmus not having a good time with these, unfortunately.
yeah, that's
Oops.
my entire tool set. Yarmus going to valet into his hands 1 elixir of life and 1 giant wasp venom. Sorry, actually, no, not that. Sorry, 2 elixirs of life.
Okay. So, let's get those in hand. We're going over to this one here that's been frightened. It is going to do that tentacle transfer on Parenth, trying to paralyze him in his grip. So roll me a fortitude save, Parenth. Well, likes those 5s.
Apparently.
You, yes, are unfortunately going to be paralyzed as this venom sort of hits your skin, it sort of gets under your skin and tightens you up. You are not moving much there. But with that, spend 1 action. It is going to spend another action constricting Parenth, so I need another fortitude save. Actually, never mind. It would be only claws, so it can't do that. So it'll just attack Parenth in the claw. Which will be a critical strike.
No.
Parenth taking 34 or more.
Reaction on that again.
Okay.
Continuing enfeeble. If it needs to be refreshed or whatever.
So they're still holding on to Parenth. They're trying to crush him down, but they see it's a little bit tougher because of Kiba. They're going to lash out a claw towards Kiba. And we'll hit with that. For a total of 18 points of damage.
Cool.
No need for your redemption. You don't understand it, but no one
Fine.
else does.
Yeah. I would say something, but
Either way.
good point.
Yes, your turn.
I can save Parent, but I would have to like give up my flanking for that.
I could think of worse fates.
Alright.
Oh, it let go of Parent, it looks like.
Yes, if
Oh,
it didn't, it didn't continue the grab there,
Oh.
because you
fair
are
enough.
paralyzed.
In that case, I will continue beating on it.
Sure.
Yes, well.
Batter into it, that'll hit. One of the Triton cracks under the weight of your strikes.
I do want to reposition a bit, but I'll stay around for Kiba.
Okay.
I will use my Razor Shield.
Mhm.
So, bit of extra AC, and my final action is going to be another attack as well.
At a quick strike, this one bounces off easily enough.
That's my turn.
Going back up to the top here, start of the round with this one here. It's going to strike at Kiba. One of his claws lashing out towards Kiba, and these guys have been crit machines right now. 38 points of damage as this one snaps around you. You've been so focused on Parent there, you forgot this other one here. And it will grab you as a second action.
Oh, I don't like it.
And
Not bad.
will shout out, only that Yarmos can hear, but stay away from them. You're mine. That'll be a tentacle transfer at that reach as well. So I need a fortitude save.
Cool. Okay,
22.
that's gonna be my reroll.
Okay. And a much better roll there as you almost feel your body subsiding to this paralysis. You're able to push through, knowing that you need to for your allies. It'll be its turn as we go to you, Kiba.
Okay. I will sustain the singing, so Parenth will continue the 8 hit point, or Parenth will regain the 8 temp HP. I believe I want to break free from this guy.
Okay. I'm reading the tentacle transfer again.
Reminder, that's a athletics to do that?
Yes, athletics, acrobatics, or athletics.
Yeah, that's my athletics for sure.
You're able to pull free, at the very least.
Cool. Then I have one action. I can strike out at the badly injured crab thing.
Okay. The larger one there, trying to slice out towards it. You're not hitting
Another
there.
5. That's 3 in a row. Impressive.
A lot of 5s tonight.
Okay, that's it.
Alright, Giraffe.
Alrighty. I'm gonna try something weird. I'm actually gonna try to, with my jaw attack, grapple the jewel.
Sure. They've been grappling you, so see if you can bite back, and you are able to use your jaws to sort of latch onto them and hold them close.
Could you have
And-
do a tentacle transfer as well?
Yeah. I'm gonna use advantageous assault.
Ah.
Oh, interesting.
So
I want to do this twice. I think it'd be smart to do that with the bloodthirst both times.
Sure, yeah. Just pull them in, and you just try to shank them in the side there with the bloodthirst. Close range.
Map 4, then map 8.
Mm-hmm. 5s everywhere, apparently.
5.
Not hitting, unfortunately. See if you can with a
That's
natural
a
20
crit.
on the attack.
Oh.
So,
Thank goodness.
with
Wonderful.
your effect here, we're going to add a little bit of extra damage to this. So 20 plus it would be number of weapon damage dice. So equal
Plus
to the number
another
of
two.
weapon damage. So no, or that number plus 2 if you're wielding the weapon in 2 hands. So that's like a 2-hander, right? So this is 1-hander. It's 2 damage, and then it upgrades to 4 because it's crit. So 24 damage to it.
24 damage. And because I crit, it should be bleeding now if it's capable of such.
It does,
And I get, what, 1d8 hit points?
Mhm.
10 hit points
So-
only.
So does it have copper blood?
Yeah, I need to know.
Is that a lobster joke? Should
Uh,
they have copper blood?
I think it's like horseshoe crabs or something, but they use copper
Yeah.
in their blood instead of iron, and so it makes their blood blue instead of red.
These guys are freshwater. They won't have any copper blood.
Oh, okay, that's good. Bloodthirst won't complain then. Yeah, that was 3 actions. That's my turn.
Paris.
I mean, horseshoe crab.
How do you
blood
like
is
it?
just-
Yeah, I wouldn't be talking because my mouth is currently biting down on his claw
Mhm.
or something.
Are we missing any recall knowledge?
You almost
information?
translate to Aklo for giraffe.
Yeah. Paris, you could be like missing some stuff, but I will tell you, you've discovered most everything.
No, well, I
You've seen
can't do
them all.
anything then, so that's much.
Okay. So, Yarmos.
Make sure you've gotten your 8 hit points.
Well,
Do I roll against the paralyzed again, or
On its turn.
I'm just going to step up here,
Hmm?
and then he's going to shoot. I don't have the movement. Wait. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, should be enough. I did some weird stuff there,
Yeah.
but that should be 25 feet, yeah?
You're good.
And because he's stepping into range only just now, he looks at Kiba, and then he looks at the lobster, and then he grits his teeth and tries to administer the elixir of life to Kiba.
Okay, that's a manipulate.
Yep.
So this one over here does snap towards you, trying to prevent it, but they can't. You're able to duck underneath.
Wonderful.
Yes, the effect goes on anybody who you're targeting, but it's on Kiba.
I got nervous there for a moment.
The graphics mean nothing. Well, except for being cool, but yeah, they don't mean anything mechanically. So,
Yeah, that's it for Yarmus' turn.
go back to this one at the top, still holding on
Thanks, buddy.
pretty harshly against Parath. Parath now is when you make the poison check. Fortitude. This time, you exactly succeed against this paralysis. You're able to resist it enough for it to go away for the time being. However, you're still grabbed by it, so it's going to make a strike towards you. It's going to hit because you're off guard for a total of 21 damage to you. Then it is going to grab you again. And it is this time not going to try to paralyze, but constrict you. I need a fortitude save as it has you in its claws. Natural 1. It's going to be a critical failure on this, but they rolled low enough that it's only going to be 10 doubled to 20 there, Parenth. As you're being squeezed the life out of you, sort of trying to be snapped in half by those wicked claws. You're able to hold up, but not for too long. Oops, yeah, that's turn.
I just noticed that on the attack, the frightened wasn't. Oh, never mind.
So they're both status effects. So the enfeebled's already doing everything.
Gotcha.
Guess.
Oh, time to save parent. He is once again going to skirt around the crab and probably get smacked in the face.
Might so. That's a hit.
Ouch.
Snap quickly towards you. Double ones are not doing a lot of damage at the very least.
I will then first try to heal parents.
Okay.
With something y'all already know. It's time for budget lay on hands.
Mm-hmm.
We've never seen this before.
Hey, let's see.
Seal some of those wounds with some flame. 26. Gonna heal a lot, but
Oh,
let's
it's
see that
level
unstable.
base. That's insane.
Yes. My unstable check.
18.
Hey!
You able to keep it stable enough that you could use it again?
Wonderful. That's 2 actions. Third action, I will shove parents.
Okay. Roll the athletics.
Yep. Nice.
Yep.
10 plus that, total of 28 against parents. The DC. Let me see here. Oh, you're targeting the troll. It says the failure against the troll, but it is a success against parent. This parent is shoved.
I'll step after him.
Okay. Now they're still alive, guys. You gotta start dealing some damage here. Otherwise, they're gonna keep snapping. This one.
Trying.
Claws towards
Keep rolling
giraffe.
5s.
Will hit.
Ah,
20 damage
you
to
can't do
giraffe.
that. I'm grappling you.
Well, they're gonna grapple you right back, actually.
Oh, so we're both grappled now?
Mm-hmm. So
Cool.
it has its pincers on you, and you have your jaws in it. It's going to try to make you let go by tentacle transferring and hitting you with some paralysis. Roll me fortitude.
If we had waited just like 3 minutes, I would have had a hero point for this.
We're within the time, so you can use it if you want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Much
yeah.
better. You're able to resist that poison long enough to get it by you. So that's going to be that one's turn. Let's see if you guys finish these off. Oh, and it takes some bleed. Keep it.
Okay, first things first, I continue to sing. Parent, please get your 8 temp HP back.
Mhm.
I don't necessarily feel terribly comfortable moving right now. I'm going to continue to attack the upper chul.
Okay. Eleven on the dice is going to miss. These guys are hard to hit through all that
Oh
armor.
my gosh.
Don't really have any purchase against this one either. The other one to the south of you is flat-footed because giraffe.
So if I'm going to use my second attack that has a penalty on it, I might as well try for that guy.
Yeah,
That's more
grapple
likelihood,
first.
yeah.
All right, let's give it a shot.
These rolls are not helping you guys.
All right. All right, there we go. Have fun your turn.
Not used to fighting in all this water. Remember, Giraffe, if
No,
you
I'm
do
not.
if you do not restore that grapple with another grapple check, it will be free at the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn.
Correct.
The question is, do I think I could kill it in one turn?
If you get good rolls, some crits.
Please kill it in one turn. I'm begging you.
I'm going to risk it.
Mm.
First with a double slice, then an advantageous assault.
All right. Strike both your weapons, trying to maximize how much you can do. That'll be a hit. And with that quick slash, another 14 comes off of it. It's not holding up for much longer. This one also should hit. Roll the damage.
Oh,
Quick stab and slash. It's not long for this world if you hit another one.
Okay, this is going to be -8 because I did 2 attacks. But it's going to be with advantageous assault.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it only adds 2 damage.
Extra damage is extra damage. Basically for free otherwise. But not with a hit like that. Or miss, I should say.
And that's going to be my turn because I went all out.
Mm-hmm. So,
We
Parent,
need to focus targets more.
over to you.
Parenth is going to cast True Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Parent heals 8 hit points.
Yeah.
And he's going to be casting Scorching Ray. The first one is the near death guy.
Alright.
I need to drag True Strike to myself.
By slinging off towards it, and with the massive effect that really doesn't need to be that big. But that'll be, unfortunately, a miss there. Would have hit if it was still grabbed.
Second shot's on the guy next to me.
This one, though, will hit, actually. So this blast hits. 11 damage to it. It's a little bit more. So,
Alright, that's
Yarmus.
all.
Yarmos uses an act. Actually, I have no idea. Quick alchemy is a manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yes, it would be.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, well. Either way. Still gonna go for it.
Alright.
Braces himself once more.
One in range will strike.
2.
Will hit.
I can interrupt that one.
Mm-hmm. This one becomes enfeebled instead.
And people.
And you reduce the damage that Yarmus takes, sort of deflecting it a little bit with your glaive.
And that's down to 10.
Just hit the damage button. You have the effect already on you.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you. Alright, and then now with the brand new Alchemist's Fire in hand, he's going to try and strike
Okay.
this one.
Pop it a bomb.
Jesus. The strike button is grayed out. Did it not add to my inventory?
Might not have it equipped.
It is.
It is not equipped there. On your inventory tab,
Yeah, right.
doesn't
Oh, is
say
it?
It's not equipped on your inventory tab. It says
So
more.
weird.
There it is.
Oh, it's because yeah. It didn't give me it didn't put it in my inventory at all.
No,
I mean I had it, but it was there was 0 remaining.
go for the attack.
Either way. Here we go.
This one does hit exactly.
Wonderful.
Goggles allowing you to find the perfect spot to strike. 6 damage to it, and a little bit of persistent fire as it combusts there.
Is it still kicking?
It's still alive.
Alright. Yarmos is going to dart around as quickly as he could. To
Remember, it is difficult terrain in the water.
gotcha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he can only get up to here, I think.
Alright. So, going up to these ones up top. This one's going to continue its strikes towards Gaz, actually. Shifting its focus there. Will hit. So, this damage It's going to be 21. They've gotten fed up, so they're going to just keep making attacks, trying to slice and dice you guys down. And the second attack missed, but the third attack certainly hit. So you take another bit of damage there, 23 on that. Which I think
You down.
does put you down, as this
Oh
one just
no.
dices into you
Jesus.
as much as you can. And yeah, that's what that one's turn, though, at the very least. This one here, surrounded, on fire, bleeding. They're going to continue their assault against Giraffe, though, trying to make sure they can take down somebody, so they're going all out on their attacks. Will hit on that one, 19, a little bit less because they're enfeebled, of course. Miss, or rather hit on this one as well. Another grabbing slice into you, 17. It's going to go for the third. Letting go of its grip on you, trying but failing to strike. So, you're free from its grip. They've done a lot of damage to you guys. This is it, you gotta take them down. Oh, and they will take a lot of bleed damage there too, and fire.
Please kill it.
Not yet.
Please.
It's barely alive.
Oh, good
Please.
grief.
There's one more good strike. Kiba.
When you're sustaining an effect, does it have to be the first action on your turn?
Nope, not at all.
Okay. Then I'm going to start by killing the Chul. I'm not going to roll a 5. I'm going to kill it.
Mm-hmm. That's
Trust
the
me.
idea.
Trust me.
9
I rolled a
misses
9.
still. These guys have tough hides. Their AC is pretty high for their level.
Second strike.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I had to consider my.
As well considered as they are, the dice are not giving it to you.
I maintain my song and give parent 8 temp HP.
Okay. Sorry.
I already have 8 temp HP.
Well,
Hey.
now you still have it.
Continues the fast healing, though, on his turn, so that's nice. Giraffe.
Okay, I'm
Holding
gonna
up
strike.
well.
I'm gonna strike it with my mom blade.
Let's see if you can do it. 19, 15, easily critical strike because of the flanking from Yarmos, otherwise wouldn't be a crit. But that is plenty as you just carve
Stay
into this
down.
one. It just reverberates with that explosive thunderous energy from the Mumble, and they do finally fall, floating a little bit in the water there, bleeding that strange blood.
And then Giraffe's gonna.
Strange. Not
Hey,
bleed
my
blood.
turn's not over.
No, yeah, I know. That's a bug.
Oh, because.
Yeah, it's a bug because I removed this one from initiative. It's still your turn. You can still see the blue turner around you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw the thing up top.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Can I step 5 feet even in difficult terrain or no?
You cannot. No, you would have to stride.
Okay, so I do stride up.
It will take its second opportunity. Hasn't taken it. And you will be critically struck
Oh, come on!
as it snaps right back at you for 44 damage. You're down to dying 2 because you were down to a crit.
Ugh.
Yeah,
This one.
I don't think anything I could have done would have helped with that.
Should have lunged.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Giraffe, you float in the water there. That's the end of your turn. Parent.
I really wish I had like a big attack spells at this point. I'm gonna use True Strike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that True Strike's actually like a good spell in this game.
Oh yeah, it's essential. At least for casters.
Yeah, I just need some actual like good attack spells.
Mm-hmm. You get Disintegrate and other stuff later. And 13... 13 misses by 2. It is very difficult to hit this one here.
That's all 3 of my actions.
Okay. Yarmos, if you got anything.
Well, something that Yarmos does have is enabling the party to have a few more attacks.
Hmm?
He comes up to Giraffe. He's barely injured. He'll be fine. He's going to administer that healing elixir of life.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong thing targeted. But there we go.
That's fine. 17. Giraffe resuscitated.
I'm at wounded 2, right?
Wounded 1.
Wounded 1.
Wounded always goes up by 1, never any otherwise.
Yarmos.
I think I know
Gets
the
in.
dying rolls better
Mm-hmm.
with how often I go down.
Probably not a good thing. Yarmos valets an energy mutagen and another elixir of life to his hands. That's it for his turn.
Okay. Unfortunately, Gaz, you've been down. I need a death saving throw. Or rather, a recovery check, which you will very much succeed. On a critical success, though, you just reduce the dying value by 2. You're still unconscious until somebody heals you.
Won't he be dying -1?
If there was. Going to this one, seeing as Parenth has started to attack them, and they're still focused on the shoreline here.
I think Giraffe should be in front of them.
Giraffe would not be, because Giraffe went down on his own turn, not on this creature's turn.
Ah, okay.
And the whole point of that system is to make sure there's a full round before they have to make a recovery check.
I like
And
that system.
there is a full round if he goes down on his own turn.
Thank you. I understand that better now.
I really like that.
This second attack, though, does hit. So they strike into
I can
Parenth.
interrupt that one.
25, but a little bit less. Let's call out for a little
Yes.
bit more for redemption, trying to keep your allies alive. This one's going to grab as his third action. It's not letting go of Parenth anytime soon. That'll be its turn. Kiba.
Okay, I begin an entirely new verse. So I spend 2 actions and basically recast my hymn, and I'm focusing on Gaz this time.
Hmm?
Parent's been a great heal over time tank.
Well, oh my god, poor Parenth. And I'm gonna strike with my glaive.
All right. This one's bigger. Looks a little bit tougher even. Gonna need some really good rolls to strike this one down, or at least
All right,
some teamwork.
here comes the crit.
15 does
What?
hit for all the damage.
Hit. I'll take a hit.
Finally able to slash in with the glaive, burning on its ends. 16 points of damage. This one's really badly injured at this point. May also be fortitude saved, or poisoned, I should say. 7 on the dice, though. They do succeed by 2 still.
It's
on
immune
that.
anyways.
Oh, it's immune, so yeah.
Gaz, 8 temp hit points.
Alright.
So,
Okay.
Parenth.
Thanks.
Sorry. Giraffe, yes.
I'm going to risk getting up.
You do risk it, and since it hasn't taken its attack of opportunity, it will take it for you. 9 on the dice is a hit, not a crit. If it rolls low, you might still be able to push through. Not on the 20, though. You
Oh,
go right
come
back down.
on.
You're at dying 2, because of wounded 1 and just from a regular hit. So, unfortunately, that's your turn.
This is frustrating.
Parenth.
This is.
Hey, well now I can't be critted at least, right?
At least not, but you're grabbed.
Wait, would it have to release Parenth
It's
in
got
order
2
to make a
claws.
claw attack against? Oh.
I'm gonna try to escape again.
Okay. Trying to pull yourself
Fun.
free.
Finding the button. One second.
These guys are always pretty vicious monsters, but with a natural 20, you're able to pull yourself free and even move 5 feet afterwards.
So it better be like 180 experience encounter.
Probably get behind Kiba. I'm gonna get Giraffe on his feet.
What did you say?
He should. Param should probably get behind you.
Okay. Also, Gaz, I gave you 8 temp hit points.
Alright.
So I think you're still at 0, but you'll go to 8 on the start of your turn.
So,
I'm casting Hideous Laughter. I should have done this at the start of the fight.
probably. They don't have the best of wills, and a 3 on the dice, they fail, so they're slowed 1 as well during this unfortunate bout of laughter.
That's a lot of reactions they could have not had since the beginning.
Yeah, I'm actually almost upset.
I'm not. Look at how badly like Parenth got mauled like at the start of the battle. It's like,
Couldn't move there,
You really
Paris,
can't
remember.
blame him that
You
much.
escaped and then used 2-action hideous laughter.
Yep, you're right. Sorry.
Yarmus.
Well, one person won't be at risk of dying instantly to a crit if I up them right now. So Yarmus is going to rush over to Gaz's side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is the coast like this coastal
It's
square
fine.
difficult terrain? Gotcha.
Able to get there.
Actually, this here seems good. And then Yarmus administers that elixir of life.
Alright, so the guy's getting up a little bit further, already hemmed in with some fast healing. This elixir will help him continue to be alive. So, 666 on the D6s. So, yeah, maximum.
Yeah, and then Yarmos is going to follow up by giving him the energy mutagen as well.
Okay.
Oh, I get an
Yeah.
energy mutagen.
As a treat.
So,
But I'll use electricity. 'cause
That-
it fits.
bristling with electricity there.
That's Yarmos' turn.
Gaz, over to you.
Alrighty. He scooches past Yarmus.
Remember, you're prone.
Oh,
At the start of your turn, you heal 8 hit points.
Yep. That puts me up to 42. I should first off unprone.
Yep.
Second, scooch on over. Third, battle medicine on giraffe.
Okay.
There is expert. Management.
Yep, Giraffe back in the fight here. 22. Able to patch him up a little bit more. You come back with 2 wounds, Giraffe. If you are critically struck, you are instantly dead. Keep that in mind.
Oh, fun. Oh, fun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
that being Gaz's turn, though. Go over to its. It only has 2 actions. It sees Giraffe still on the ground and sees bigger threats around it. Mostly Kiba there, actually. It's gonna make a strike towards Kiba. Slices and
I
hits.
humbly accept.
17 points damage. It's gonna spread around a little bit of damage too, going for Parent there as well. As it's sort of chortling there in a strange way, because that hideous laughter, it's also slowed down. It sort of goes into fits and can't really make any other strikes. That'll be its turn. So, Kiba, we're over to you.
Cool. Unfortunately, I can no longer move to a spot that will give me flanking. It's Gaz moved, so or can I?
If you have 25 feet of movement, you can get to the other side from Giraffe, yeah.
I have 25 move. I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I do it in such a way that I make it there.
Yep.
Yeah, even if I would went like a straight angles, I could just do that. It's fine. It's no
Yeah.
problem. All right. And with my third action, because I have 3 actions, and one of them is maintaining the song on Gaz, which Gaz, your temporary hit points are 8 again if they were not already.
Alive. Thankfully
And-
didn't.
I don't know if they were used or not. I don't remember. I strike with my glaive.
7 on the dice.
Amazing. That was very predictable.
At the very least, you got into
Next.
a flank, distracting it, perhaps for Giraffe to finish it off.
I'm going to get up.
So powerful getting up.
I'm going. Okay, a grapple's going to be pointless now. I was thinking about it. I'm just going to double slice.
Please just murder
Just
it.
as-
Please.
yeah.
I'm begging
Mhm.
you.
Sometimes it's just better to go for the kill, but unfortunately, 6 on the dice, or misses by 6, I should say. Let's see if Bloodthirst can do it. You have everything lined up for you, but a 2 somewhere is going to make that miss.
Ugh.
It's still gonna go.
It's my turn.
Parent, over to you.
Sustaining the hideous laughter, and I'm casting
Mhm.
Fireball.
Okay.
I I like that about you.
Well, guess this fight is no
am
longer.
done.
I am done too with this fight. If you use a single action, go ahead and do it as we go to Yarmus' turn.
Alright, Yarmos is validating an elixir of life to his hand and a elixir of life to his hand, as well as a what's the hand crossbow? Jesus Christ!
Mhm.
Then he's going to stride all the way around to the other side.
I now see why daze can be considered a good cantrip.
And then he prepares a action. He prepares to aid Gaz on his next strike with the
Okay.
crossbow.
It's up to Gaz
The
then.
first turn.
Desperate measures when people are relying on me to do damage. Good grief.
Adventures can.
Hey, with him now electrically charged, he is going to deliver a very mean hook into this lobster's gut.
Alright.
He's to aid.
But yeah, both of you can roll the attacks. No worries there. Just, we can always add the
I
extra.
will hero point mine.
Okay. Do need to. Try to get a good strike in.
Nope.
As. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Yep. We also have been staring at that. Thank you. Thank you for noting that, Darko.
I will do another attack.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, I will do another attack. Third attack.
Boy,
Okay. Well,
We
so
live here now.
try. You guys. What a way to get back into this. A bunch
This
of
fight's our home now.
annoying issues with the stream as well. Sorry guys, I didn't realize the chat wasn't actually scrolling. OBS likes to reset stuff after a while. It's annoying. Anyway, Kiba is going to continue striking at you. Sees you as a decently big threat. Will miss itself. It goes for Giraffe. 18 on the dice. Misses a natural 20 by 1.
Okay, so he's not instantly dead. Wonderful.
Did I
By one.
get my? Did I use my?
You have not.
Okay. I don't. Well, I can at least put the enfeebling on him.
It'll be the end of his turn now, though. Already, so
Yeah.
you might as well, actually.
Yeah. I put the enfeebling on him at least. Yeah. So there's that.
Giraffe, over to
I
you.
don't think the
Or,
champion's resistance would have done literally anything.
Well, it'll help. It'll keep Giraffe from getting hurt too much.
You have a hit point.
Yeah. Hold on. That
Give yourself back the extra it should give you, which is 9. Give yourself 9 HP. I don't know why it didn't do it. So,
yeah, I don't
Kiba,
know why either.
go for it. That is interesting.
Okay, I feel good about that. Okay. Thing one, I maintain the song on Gaz. So Gaz, get your 8 temporary hit points. Did we have you heal 8 at the start of your turn? I think we might have forgotten that.
I forgot, yeah.
Okay. This is new to us. Okay, let's see if I can, hold on. What's he got on him? Let's see.
It's slow in your thing. That's it.
He's slowed. Does slowed have any defensive
No.
penalties?
Just action loss. Not
I'm
much else
gonna
to do.
risk the manipulate.
Well,
You can't take
you
reactions.
can't take reactions because of the hideous laughter.
I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna do it. It's awesome. Let me double check my weapons real quick. Let's see. Man, there's like no way like on my weapons to. Oh, here you go. I can just. Oop! I didn't mean to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a mistake. My weapon becomes a flail.
Mm-hmm.
You mean a gnomish flick mace?
What's special about flails?
You can trip people.
And flail them around.
Oh, that's interesting.
And if I trip it, then hopefully you can destroy it.
Hopefully athletics.
Yep. So I just gotta. So this is basically an attack that uses the athletics. Okay. Weapon bonus to attack rolls. You can tell that I've not done this very often because I'm like trying to.
Just make an athletics check. That's all you need to do.
Athletics check.
Okay, so 30 is going to be enough to throw it to the ground, knocking it prone, giving it more issues there. And I believe, Kiba, then, is that your turn? Or you have one more?
That was one to wield the weapon, one to maintain the thing on Gaz, and one to trip it.
Okay. Giraffe.
Giraffe, do
Kill,
what you do
kill,
best.
Kill, 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 kill. I'm killing
You're
them.
gonna get
Let's
one on
see it.
all your rolls now.
Shut up.
It misses by one, unfortunately.
Shut up.
Gosh. It hits because they are off guard. So roll the damage as you stab down into it. Another 12. At this point, it's dead. It dies from that. It
Thank
has
you.
a pulmonary
Thank you.
embolism of some
Thank you.
shit, and
Freaking-
its heart explodes. So
Oh
it's
my
dead.
god.
All right, I'm done with this fucking combat. There are some.
We still had 3 attackers ahead of us. Somebody would have done the last bit.
Yeah, at some point. Well, yeah, but that should have happened the last 3
That had
rounds.
better be a hard or deadly
Right?
encounter.
That was a moderate encounter. You get 80 experience points.
I do not believe you.
That's more than I was expecting given our track
I
record.
think it was just terrible rolls there.
It's the centipede all over again.
Yeah.
Well, it's more than a centipede by a little bit.
Oh my god.
Alright, so are we going home?
Give me a second, guys. We're gonna take a 5-minute break. I have to fix something in the stream.
I'm good with that. I need to check my
I'll be
laundry.
right back.
Yeah. We'll be back in 5 minutes, guys. Yeah.
What an incredible encounter.
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, things change in OBS too much, and it's annoying. But anyway, it's back to where it should be, and I should just be able to quickly fix where it is. The log, there we go. And there, it should stay, and let's see. Yes, it is actually scrolling. Okay, finally. Okay. We're good. Alright. So, if we ever open here, make sure you got that 80 experience points. Should be at 1100 experience, just barely off from that level up. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster and get something else done other than an hour of crowd fighting. I'm going to move us over to a new scene as you guys cross the river here.
We're probably going to need to take a bit of a little bit of a breather in character.
Oh, yeah.
Patch up a bit after that.
Draft like steaming with rage against.
Yarmos would like to suggest cutting open the crowds because they might be in some villagers, but not sure if there's time for that.
If you want to, sure.
Draft's gonna eagerly help cut them up.
Sort of arrive on the other side of the river.
I see dead horses.
You see a lot of stuff as I'll have a chance to zoom out here. Just the rest of Varnhold stretches out before you. The entire town, or at least the town center. Many buildings left derelict, and yes, dead horses on one side. There's a lot to explore here, a lot to discover as to why this happened to this town. And yes, I spent a long time making this entire map, so hope you guys enjoy it.
It's darker now. Is that on purpose?
Yes, it is. It's darker now
It's later in the
because
day.
it's later in the day, yeah.
Should we
Spent 5 hours fighting those crabs.
before people run off? Should we actually handle healing?
Rest.
Because
Yes, we
Draft,
should.
You're dead.
Yeah.
What would be the button?
The button would be Yarmos, I think. Or no, Gaz. Who is it that does?
It's
Medicine.
Gaz and Keba.
Oh, right.
Wait a minute. Right, I also have my continued recovery, so yeah, that's fast.
I imagine we just spend a certain amount of time to heal everybody up with lay on hands and everything.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You spend an hour or so. We'll just expand time that way. There we go.
So max health.
Yep, max health, no wounds. So you guys spend an hour sort of revitalizing yourselves, using lay on hands, all that. And as you guys are looking out towards this town, do roll me a perception check if you are searching, which is everybody.
Yep, I'll continue searching.
Does anyone want some extra HP? Because I still have my armor plating that I can hand out.
Parenth, before you're able to step any further, you recognize that there, in some places there seems to be traps hidden underneath the dirt here. Sort of like these pitfall traps.
Look out! Giraffe, there's a thing near you. It looks like a pit.
Oh, that's. Oh boy.
Well, that's the
Okay.
pits, isn't it?
Just a
They're,
bit.
they're quite well hidden for something that's just in the middle of town.
No kidding. Who would do something that horrible and hideous?
Well, looks like they've been battling the centaurs, so either the centaurs or the people did it. I would assume. Just be careful when you're walking around. And we should
Yes.
all stay together just in case.
Stay together,
Is it-
move at a slow pace.
Is it possible to tell how long ago these traps were set?
Crafting.
Gotcha.
Mind if I jump in on that roll to help too?
Sure.
Laughs maybe.
You're not quite sure, but they seem at least recent enough not to be during that disappearance.
Definitely not the villagers then.
So, there might be people here. Be on your guard.
like more crabs.
Give
Seems
yourselves
like this place has been taken over by aberrations.
30 experience points for avoiding those traps.
Let's check out this building first before we do anything else. You need to check every single place. Be methodical.
So you guys head towards this building here. Roll me your search checks. Those of you searching, which is everyone still. Or you guys can do other things like detect magic constantly, or like scout gives you a bonus to
I'm gonna
initiative.
change
such.
mine over to scout because my perception isn't amazing, and yeah.
You know what? Since this area does seem more active, disregard my perception roll. Giraffe, wait! Oh my gosh.
What?
None of
Oh,
you is
no.
able to truly recognize this. Before it's too late, as Giraffe steps foot in this enclosure, he realizes that after stepping through, opening the gate, throwing it open, there are just masses and masses and masses of crows and ravens picking apart these bodies both inside the interior and outside. But it seems like the most of them are outside, and, well, they're really angry with you approaching like that. This murder of crows.
Oh, come on. Don't hit me with that pun.
It's not a pun.
That's
That's
literally
true.
what they're called.
I know. That's.
I need initiative.
Oh boy. That's not normal crow behavior.
You know, hey, at least it's not zombie horses. You know, this could have gone a lot worse with zombie horses.
It's enraged, bloodthirsty pack of crows.
And plus, I have slicing on my Montbelay. I can cut through it. It'll be fine.
It's a swarm.
Yeah, it's a swarm. The critical hit specialty of axes is to slice. That probably does something with a swarm, I'm sure.
We'll see when it comes to it. So, that being said, though, they're going to just immediately rush towards you and start just clawing and scraping, biting at you with their beaks, doing what they can. I need a reflex save twice, Giraffe. Alright, 30 and 32. Those are both successes, so you're going to take this one, half of it, and this half of it. So, half of both of those. Total of 8.
Oh, 4 damage on each. Oh, that's pathetic. That's cute.
Yeah. Giraffe, or, Parent, your turn.
Are there any other swarms of these, or does that seem to be the only
That
one?
seems to be the only one. This big swarm of crows.
Well, we've had experiences with swarms before. I have a wand of burning hands.
That you do. They'll still roll a reflex save, though.
How fast can birds be?
We'll probably find out in a second.
Not very fast, because even on a 19, they only regularly succeed, so they're going to take half of this, which should be area of effect damage to them as well, as this gout burns a few of them down from their sky.
Giraffe, what did you not understand about not running ahead?
Wow, okay. I like, hey, we're gonna investigate the horse barn. So here we are investigating the horse barn. And he's going to double slice.
Okay. Slice in will miss, as you're having a hard time striking through enough of them. A quick slash, though. This one does hit. Roll the damage. Still ignoring those sort of this strange, well, dazzling that you have because of the curse. However, when you slice into them, they seem to have a resistance pretty high to that physical damage because they're a swarm.
Slashing thing. I said slashing.
Oh, you have one more action.
Yeah, I'm gonna make one more attack.
Mm-hmm. One more attempt here. This one unfortunately misses. So,
That's my turn.
Yarmos, over to you.
Alright. Well, at least this is a situation that Yormos is equipped to deal with. First, one skunk bomb in hand, making a strike.
Slinging the skunk bomb out.
Bottom left. Well, top left corner, so that's in range, but also not hitting giraffe. I'm rerolling that.
Okay. Four on the dice. 20 total. It does not hit, but it still
Right,
splashes.
it's a regular. Indeed.
And as it splashes, it'll... What should actually take a lot off. I don't know why it didn't do the splash damage extra. It is weak to the splash damage, so it takes an extra 10 off of that. And it will make a fortitude save at... It's higher. As some of these birds are actually really badly poisoned. Some of them sort of falling to the ground. The whole swarm being slowed and sickened by this blast.
Just
Or, right,
second actually,
yeah,
because
mhm.
it's the splash. Yeah. Unfortunate. Either way, though, Yarmouth's going to quick alchemy up a. It's going to quick alchemy up a lesser gunk bomb and toss that as well.
Mm-hmm. A quick
If I can find it. That's a lot of yeah, we've got a lot of stuff here. And because quick alchemy beat this, it's also a debilitating bomb.
Okay. What is that? Whipping it up and throwing it out. This one does miss by 1, but it's still going to be splash, so 12 damage.
Wonderful.
It would still technically make this fortitude save.
Save. Yeah, has to make it again.
One that's they're not exactly proficient with, but not a critical failure, so that'll be that.
Yeah.
Keep
That's
up.
it for his turn.
All right. Kiba moves into the place. Gets that far. And begins singing a soothing hymn for Giraffe. Giraffe, congratulations. You get 8 temporary hit points, and you will have fast healing. I will remind you about your... I'll try to remind you about healing at the start of your turns.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Throw it in chat.
Yeah, go ahead. There it is. Alright. So that's, oh yeah, that's 2 actions, so you're good. Gaz, over to you.
Alrighty.
Those are some chunky crows.
Mm-hmm, there's a lot of them.
One second, I screwed up over there. He is. He's going to. I can't move. Am I stupid? Oh yeah, that's a wall, not a gate. Excuse me.
Yeah.
There you go. He is going to join pair of sight and is going to do his best caster cosplay and use Megavolt.
Sure.
The big one, the unstable one.
Mm-hmm.
The 60-foot line, obviously angled away so Giraffe doesn't get grilled.
Charged bolt crashes into a lot of them, resulting in a lot of them flopping to the ground, sizzled and burned. Well, let's see how much damage it does. A pretty good one. 19. Just about even on that average there. You're not able to pull it back, but it doesn't hurt you as you sort of tamp down on the charge.
Is that not AoE damage?
Yes.
Or I'm guessing it's not weak to AoE.
Nope, it doesn't.
It is an
Okay.
AoE. Yeah, it's a like 90-foot line.
So,
Yeah.
enraged by the flames and electricity, they're going to ignore Giraffe, go straight for Gaz and Parrot. I need reflex saves twice from each of you. So they caw and slash towards you with talons and bite into you with their beaks. This will be 34, 17, 32, 29. That'll be successes everywhere except that 17. That 17 is a critical failure. Parrot, as they're biting towards you, they get into your eyes. You take double damage there, and they're blinded.
Oh, gross.
It's awkward.
And you were blinded for 6 rounds as they
Oh
get towards
no.
your face, and well, you're not gonna open your eyes until after this fight. So that
Your
being
goggles.
said,
I
the
hate this.
other attack. So Gaz was immune to that one. This other one, you both take half damage from this one.
I was immune to that one, okay.
Yeah, you're immune to it because of critical success. But you
Gotcha.
take half of the 7. That is that, and that is their turn. Over to Parent.
So if I do like an AoE, would I still have to do the flat check for that?
No, because you're not targeting. You're just throwing it out. Dragon Breath.
Aaron is going to blast water. Make,
Okay.
like, a gout of water all over the crows in front of him.
Well, they're already burned. They're already charred from the electricity. Let's see if this does anything to them.
Wait, he's not a lightning dragon?
No.
That
Fish
is
dragon.
them. They just barely succeed. They're going to take half, but it's still area of effect, so actually they shouldn't be resisting that. Well, actually, no, they will resist that because it's bludgeoning damage. Either way, will also take the weakness damage because it's AoE. They're all looking pretty badly injured there.
And
Or-
Panth is going to try to get out of this.
Okay. Feeling your way
Alright,
away.
that's all my movement.
The crows reveal they have reactive strike.
Giraffe.
Okay. I'm going to slice and slice and slice.
Uh-huh.
You're also going to heal 8 hit points.
I'll have to put the other thing for that, so it's you don't have to declare it every day. That is a miss, Giraffe. Swing your weapons through these. They're all diving away from you at the last moment.
Ah, this is frustrating.
Natural 20 somewhere, but only on the concealment check. You hit with the other attack, though. So roll the damage. Let's see if you do enough. You do something to them. You stab into a few of them, shish kebabbing them, but
Resistance 10.
otherwise, the resistance is very high because they're a swarm. Here, though, I think you... No, not with a -8 there. That'll be a miss. But hey,
Okay, that's my turn.
gun for the strikes. Yarmos, your time to shine.
Right. Yarmos is going to rush back out in order to get a good view of the crows before he quick alchemies up another skunk bomb. And Jesus Christ, the menuing required here.
So, remember when I said before, if you are going to have like a plan, quick
Right.
alchemy when you're waiting on your turn, not on your
Gotcha,
turn.
yeah. I'll try to keep that in mind, sorry.
No, it's fine. Let's just be faster.
And then he's going to toss that.
Mm-hmm. Slinging off that skunk bomb. Natural 20 bashes straight into all of them. Explodes front and center on all of them.
Sorry, Brownwell.
Mm-hmm. Critical button.
There you
Uh,
go.
Oh no.
they'll take
Less
3,
damage than the normal one.
but more weakness
Yeah.
damage, and they might get even more slowed and sickened by this, though. So
Yeah, this one's an actual hit.
Does the splash count as a second instance of damage, like for weaknesses?
And of course, they also have to make a save against debilitating bombs effects.
well, they are just completely like dropping like flies from this skunk bomb. They critically fail against it. They're sickened too. They're blinded,
They're blind too.
and they're slowed 1 as well.
They're also off guard.
And they are off guard, yes.
That's it for Yarmos' turn.
So as there's that bomb just bashes into all of them, they don't know what's going on. They're easy pickings, hopefully. Kiba.
All right, I'm gonna move into range beside Giraffe. I don't wanna spread out too much and make it hard for the AOE people.
Mhm.
Oh, good. I have you guys in
Suggest-
sight.
You don't stay too close.
Why?
Because it could just fly over and hit both of us at the same time.
I'm a bird. They like me.
Birds eat birds. Sometimes.
Well, I'm not a bird. I'm a tengu. So I have a flail, and I'm going to swing this awesome ball on a chain around at these birds and see if I can knock some of them out of the air.
Sure. Battering in, you do hit. They're sickened so much and off guard that, yeah, that's definitely hitting. As you batter into them, a lot of them will be hurt. There's not a lot left.
That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm gonna boldly go for the second swing.
Mm-hmm.
What does sweep do again? Sweep is
For multiple targets.
multiple enemies.
Multiple
So sweep doesn't
tokens.
apply to swarms.
Yeah,
Swarms
that would
are
be
weird.
awesome if it did.
They still count as a single entity for
That
all
sucks.
intents and purposes. And another battering blow against them. Another 23 reduced, not that much because they're a little bit less resistant to bludgeoning, it seems.
I had no idea, and I'm thrilled.
Only a few of them remain.
Happy coincidence.
Gaz.
Oh, I'm running out of AoE things, so I will resort to Kobold Breath.
Hey.
It should be a line and acid damage.
Reflex sounds.
It's really telling me how much AoE you packed for no good reason.
Critical failure on their part. Their saves are not great. It's a lot of crows, but they don't get better saves because they're just in a swarm. 12 damage plus the weakness, 22. Kills them off. As the rest of them sort of fall clattering to the ground, hundreds of them even have been destroyed by you guys as the rest sort of scatter off to the wind.
Gas waggles his eyebrows towards Parim as his breath is far more effective.
Bareth can't see you, he's blinded, so your taunt is wasted.
So Kiba runs over to Parenth and fusses over him, believing that he can do something. I don't think I can do anything, but Kiba's he's gonna give you moral support and try to help you anyway.
You're able to, after a few more seconds, blink the damage out from your eyes, and yeah. Don't ask me how you become unblinded, but yeah. Sort of this temporary sort of
His eyes grow back in.
blood, or you're able to see more. But yeah.
So is
Draft's gone again. Where did he go?
I'm right here.
He's right there.
how character is this like normal crow behavior in Galarion?
I mean, if there's a ton of crows that are very sort of territorial about like something like this, like dead horses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Don't want to like
Alrighty.
start inspecting for stuff if it's not actually out of the ordinary.
You can certainly, without an expectation, look at it. Like, look at them and see if there's something else going on that you didn't expect. With your skill check.
Yeah. I'd like to go try that at least. Then
Sure.
Perception?
Would be here nature check.
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, looking at the crows and looking at the horses, crows are not known to attack horses. You surmise that this feasting occurred after the horses were dead. And then they got territorial that you guys approached this very, very big meal that they had, so they fought.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I did switch parents to detect magic, by the way.
You don't detect any in the vicinity here, except for a tiny blip in the other room, somewhere in the stables.
Oh boy.
Guys, there's something magical in here.
Please don't
You
eat
should
an undead horse.
I forget how terrible the stolen lands are for living in when you're not in a properly secured civilization.
Parents, you're able to detect down that it seems like the tack, the sort of like, saddle and stuff that's on this horse seems to glow a little bit. It's expensive and seems to have a minor enchantment for aiding in the horse riding. Seems Taldoran in make.
Oh, you could wear that.
It's a little too big for me, Giraffe. I'm sorry.
For now, maybe.
We will sell it later.
Interesting.
I mean, someone can learn to ride Norbert into battle.
Ooh, that's an
I don't
idea.
think that's necessary. He's a little bit too small for that.
Oh, one day.
Okay, some time.
Battle owl bears are not unheard of.
I mean, he should be about parent size.
Let's check the other room before we move on. Is everybody okay from those birds? They tried to eat my eyeballs.
I'm fine. Still up both your
What?
eyes?
Yes,
Did
for
they
now.
succeed?
Cool. I'm opening the door.
The goggles do
The
nothing.
door opens.
The goggles! They do nothing!
As the door creaks open,
Sorry.
it's only a darkened by the setting sun sort of space here that tells the same story as before. Nothing amiss or of note. Looks to be the holder of this stables and, also seems to be a blacksmith, as you saw some of their equipment in the back here.
It is surprising they didn't take these horses with them. If they were fleeing something, the horses would have been a great boon.
I agree entirely.
Our running theories are a complete disappearance or some kind of magical compulsion. That's what we got right now.
That's still my leading theory.
Can I do any checks about, like, mass compulsion? Because, like, I don't think any spells can do that.
Roll me a Arcana, yeah. Well, it would take a very, very powerful spell to do that.
Wait. How much XP did we get from fighting the crows?
Oh yeah, 60 experience points from them.
Yeah. Of course.
We only need 10 experience. Quickly, somebody find and avoid some traps.
Well, as long as you guys keep exploring. But yeah, back here looks like a blacksmith sort of area. Nothing of particular note here.
Crows.
We need to figure out what happened here. If there was a spellcaster doing some sort of magic, they'd be very, very powerful, which would be very bad for us.
Well, you're a powerful spellcaster, aren't you, Clarence?
I can't do this. Are you crazy?
You just made a giant explosion.
It's easier to make things explode than control a bunch of stuff, okay?
What if you, did smaller explosions? To scare people into doing what you want.
That's kind of my turf.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't want to
okay.
impede on what Gaz is trying to do with his life.
So-
Let's check this building down here.
Yeah, as you guys are looking southwards, I know it looks a little bit weird, but that is a roof of grass that seems to house underneath it like a sod home, like sort of built into the hill here. Some sort of house, a little chimney sort of at the top there.
It's like an overhang.
Yeah, it's like an overhang here. I have to delete it from
Door's
stream
open.
though. Because on stream it just completely. There we go. What's
Giraffe, get in there.
There we go.
I'm gonna take a cautious look.
Sure, yeah. Anybody who enters can roll their search check.
I remain alert outside for potential threats.
Well, Gas goes investigating.
Alright. As you guys descend into this place, it's cold, because of being into the hill a little bit here. The stone sort of around you looks put in place to set up this place. And it looks like at least this person was very well stocked in survival provisions and, like torches and shovels and rope and such. Their bedroom looks unassuming, nothing of interest in there, but Gaz, as you step into this room, There's a little bit of carnage in here. One of the stools has been sort of broken and snapped a little bit. The desk is sort of a little bit askew. Seems like someone rifled through this place, threw some papers to the ground. But what they didn't really seem to care about, or rather they did care about, but just ripped in half at the spine, a journal that's sort of on the desk here.
That looks interesting. Let's have a look.
You flip open the pages of it, and it's in this runic language that none of you knows. Actually, who speaks Hallett?
That's me.
It is close to what you can recognize this as is Skald. Skald is further to the west in like the lands of the Linorm Kings. That's what they're the realm of. Is it lands? Either way, it's Linorm Kings.
Isn't that also a class?
No, that's the realm of the Mammoth Lords you're thinking of with the Mammoth Lord archetype.
Can... These are strange. Can anybody decipher them, or do I need to work on it?
I don't speak.
I haven't a clue.
magic.
So would I be able to read that with Hallett, or?
No, it's a sister language to Hallett, or a close one. You're just able to recognize that, but, well...
Yeah, I think
hey.
it's all you parents.
I'm very glad I got this staff of divination.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool.
As you sort of tap the staff and the knowledge of Skaldic enters your mind, the runes on the page, well, that actually doesn't enter your mind. It's more like the runes of the page just reorganize to be what you can speak, or just common, for example. And it seems to be the journal of Willis Gunderson. And it describes several skirmishes. Well, first, it records his career as a ranger in the company of Maker Varn, and includes then a description of several skirmishes that occurred between the Varnling host and a tribe of dangerous centaurs who inhabit the hills east and south of Varnhold. It names that centaur tribe as the Gnomon tribe.
So what is it? Just all women?
Not the first group to make that joke, not the last.
Yeah, I know. It's such an obvious joke, but
Yeah.
someone had to grab that low-hanging fruit.
I mean, looking at the pellets, they're definitely no men anymore.
So they were definitely warring with the centaurs, it seems, or at least fighting with them.
You flip another page, the last journal entry. It's dated approximately 2 weeks before that month and a half that you have as like the last reported sort of, communication from these guys. So 2 weeks before the disappearance occurred. And relates a mundane scouting report of the Varnhold Pass, and concludes with a single sentence, found jade bracelet by the river. But the remainder of that page has been torn away. And underneath that sort of half-torn page, you flip over that half-torn page and see a single large rune inscribed in charcoal on that next otherwise blank page. Doesn't translate in your mind, parent. It seems like it has some other meaning than a language one.
Anything we can potentially come up with if we try to use our knowledges on this?
Those of you who are familiar with societal matters, sure. Or occultism, in fact.
Yeah,
Still a monkey to the rescue.
Grant wants to figure out what this is that he's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
I should probably have rolled that hidden. Apologies.
I didn't hide it, crap. Don't need to reroll?
No, we're fine. Other people have rolled well enough as well in the, hidden. Yarmos rolling 26, which is good enough. You guys all recognize this as a Ulfin symbol that is supposed to ward off bad luck. An archaic one.
So they probably knew something was amiss before it happened. If this is related to the disappearance.
It
Jade bracelet, huh?
probably has to do something with that bracelet, but I don't know what.
Whatever could be so special about a jade bracelet? Other than the color, which would look rather fetching on your scales.
No,
What?
I don't think so. Blue and jade, bit of a
No, I could see it
Mixed
working
feeling.
quite well.
You guys find one more thing in here. Yarmus, actually, since you're sort of like
Sorry, I'm
in that
Kiba.
corner there. Behind some of the boxes, there is a little chest that seems to have been hidden back there, full of these little feather tokens.
Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
those are
What's
very handy.
kind.
Throw the anchor one above someone's. Oh, it causes a boat to stop. Darn it! I thought it was gonna turn into an anchor.
That would have been amazing.
Just
Plenty of them.
dancing. Oh, it flies. That's it. Plus 24.
I'm sorry, plus 24 what?
The whip token.
No, I see that.
Anybody want to go on a swan boat ride?
Remember, it's plus 18 instead of the normal bonus for dancing weapon as per the feather token.
Alright,
Oh.
that makes sense.
Sorry, it's just I was reading the
Mhm.
the dancing property. And, well, no. Oh, plus 18. It says so in the item. I was looking at the
Yeah.
dancing property. It's like, yeah,
It still definitely made me do a double take.
18 matches me.
Plenty of very useful
Not
tools.
me.
Go ahead and put them in the party inventory. You guys can also, of course, always just dip into the party inventory and take what you need to take.
Yeah.
As per
Especially if you just
consumables.
communicate with the team so you know what's going on, we know what to expect, no problem.
Mhm.
Well, that seems certainly actively useful enough that I can probably justify using it to help these people come back.
Yeah, there's several of these that are probably just general utility that we can probably just save until they're needed, but there might be some that somebody might really want to use.
These are all actually very helpful. I'm sure we'll find uses for them.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll return them if once we rescue
Will we?
the ranger.
Will we?
Yes, we will, if we don't use them all first.
What if the ranger's dead?
The ranger's a ranger. If anybody's not dead, it's probably the ranger.
Oh, that's a good point. Still not confident in his survival, though.
I'm really curious about this jade bracelet. I wonder what the significance of this is.
Probably, if I had to guess, it'd be something to do with the centaurs. Maybe it belonged to them. Maybe it has something to do with this whole conflict.
Maybe. It sounds like the conflict happened before they found the bracelet still.
Yeah, that's
To me,
been
it's not
ongoing.
related.
Just to verify, where is the smoke coming from?
To the south. Up that hill that house is buried in.
Okay, so off map, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
off that. Yeah.
Let's keep exploring. We need to check every building before we go check out that smoke.
And I'm even more determined to stick together. Parents, do you need assistance?
My eyes are feeling quite fine, thank you.
So you
What
guys
about the rest of you? The rest of your body, Parenth.
Just do it.
So, the fun thing is if I can cause fast healing 8 now, that basically means I can theoretically spend an even faster amount of time out of combat healing somebody, I believe?
Correct, yeah.
Because it's no longer 48 hit points per 10 minutes. It's 8 hit points every 6 seconds. That's 80 hit points a minute. So I could just spend half a minute with parents, sing them a little song, and I'll be right as rain, out of combat.
Sure. Takes 10 minutes
That's amazing.
to refocus as you sit outside of this place.
I don't believe I need to use focus points on
For
the composition cantrip.
So there are some composition cantrips that do require it. You don't have Bardic Inspiration, but if you did, or whatever it's called in this, I forget, Inspire Courage, it would show as a cantrip focus spell. But if it's a regular focus spell like Hymn of Healing, it does still require the focus points.
I'm going to have to reread that section again.
Yeah, so there are some focus cantrips, quote unquote. That's Inspire Courage, that's that stuff, but Hymn of Healing.
I don't think I went over and above like what I should have spent in those past 2 fights. So I think we're still
You're good.
canonically good.
The DM called for search checks in that house, by the way.
Yeah,
if
go
you
for it.
guys didn't notice.
Perception.
I did not.
So we'll just
Sorry,
say that we
Kobold.
took 10 minutes somewhere, healed Parent up fully. If you want,
Yeah.
Cass can heal somebody too, I guess.
So as you guys are looking through this place, it's decently unremarkable. The rest of the place looks like it's just the same story over again. Stuff sort of left at a moment's notice. But the main shop of this, what seems to be a tailor's shop, you can in fact see a little like placard inside here that says "Cloaks for Folks." It seems to have been ransacked, unlike some of the other buildings that you've seen before. Someone's been here.
Odd. Oh, I see a wizard hat.
Yeah, they didn't take that one.
Parent, put that on.
I already have a wizard hat.
I'm gonna put it on Parent.
I don't need 2 hats.
On top of his already existing hat.
The conical
One
shape
hat per
allows
horn.
it.
There we go. You look like a proper wizard now.
But yeah, otherwise nothing of note in here. Just the note that it was ransacked, apparently, recently.
So somebody got here before us, either way.
So you guys look out, there's a well, there's a bigger building that's painted more yellow than the rest. Looks like a 2-story building there. There's even a octagonal-looking temple here.
Hello.
You look down the
Anybody in
well,
there?
and you see a bloated corpse at the bottom of it, Giraffe.
Oh.
Huh. Sucks for him. Don't drink out of the well.
Well, why is there a corpse down there? Giraffe, you should go get it.
Yeah, why is there a corpse in the well and not anywhere else? That's my question.
That's actually a good question. You
Probably some important clues on it.
want me to climb down?
Yes. There's some rope around the well thingy. I don't know what it's called.
The witch.
If you're too scared to do it, I can handle it. I have light.
No.
And I'm just as good a climber as you.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Alrighty, be my guest then.
Athletics check.
Well then. Let me just activate.
Oh, that's right.
I'm lit.
Flashbang.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's right.
Yep, that's heightened 4th level light, goes out 60 feet and then another 60 feet in dim light, so it's just like a beacon in the middle of town here.
Well, I mean, we're fine. That'll help me be able to see anything that's down there, and I'm assuming we can get some rope going on there, and I can climb down pretty easily. My athletics, I believe, is the same as Giraffe's.
Mhm.
Plus, I don't take damage if I fall, 'cause I
18?
can fall properly.
Sure, yeah, just athletics. Simple climb down a well. It's a little bit difficult, of course, but you have the rope winch there, so it's not that hard.
Just roll that. I'll
Well,
not gonna.
no.
I'm not gonna.
You
We're late enough that I'm willing to re-roll this.
okay? You reroll to get your way down this well without falling into it. You do clamber down to that body. It's about 20 feet down, and that body seems to be the body of a gnome at first glance here. It's just floating there, bloated, its skin darkened by the, by sitting in water and decaying.
Interesting. I'll since I do have light and I can see around, is there anything odd down here? I think I'm officially in perception mode, so is there anything odd down here that might look out of place aside from there being a dead bloated gnome in a well?
Yeah, roll perception. Looking around you, there isn't much space to look in. You look for like little secret cavities in the stone. Nothing. Just this dead person.
What do you see, Kiba?
I don't see anything out of place here other than the fact that there is a dead gnome in a well.
If you don't mind touching a dead body, you could bring it up and we could inspect it more closely.
Yeah, let me try to tie it around tie the rope around it.
It's a bit disgusting, but you do tie the rope around so that they're able to be hoisted up.
We did it. We saved him. We got the gnome out of the well.
And keep us all covered in corpse water now.
Oh, I've dealt with worse.
But eventually, from the echoing voice of Kiva, they make their way up and with the corpse, and lay the corpse down alongside the well.
Well, you should probably figure out how he died.
Medicine
Autopsy.
check.
There's a
I'm
medicine-
gonna
Something-
aid. I'm gonna do an aid to any medicine check. Ooh, I gain a +2 circumstance bonus checks to aid because of Pack Hunter.
Gaz pretends not to notice anything that's going on, as he would do literally anything else than try to touch this gnome.
Gaz?
Gaz.
Does somebody want to aid me, or am I gonna aid? It doesn't.
Gaz is gonna
I'm
relent to
incompetent.
do it.
Gaz,
for
I
it.
can clean you off once you're done.
Fine.
This is gonna be an aid check to help Gaz.
That shouldn't be
Just
blind,
assurance.
but... Oh, assurance? Okay. Assurance is easy enough. You're able to tell, while their body is decayed and bloated because of the water, the actual cause of death seems to be a fracture in their skull. That probably occurred, judging by some bruises on their knees and ankles and stuff, when they were thrown down the well.
Oh, this fella got a blow to the noggin after.
Death via well.
Yeah.
Well,
after being
that sucks.
tossed down there.
Do you have a time frame?
From that, you would have to roll a check to see a time frame. Otherwise, just
May I roll a check?
assurance just tells you what caused the death, but really more details, yeah.
Alright, I'll do another check without assurance.
I'm gonna aid again.
Should remember to make it a blind GM rule.
For this, you're actively using your skills, so you know if you're
Fair enough.
missing anything.
Oh, okay.
But for the... and aid checks can always be public, because
Oh.
they don't affect the outcome. Or,
Oh,
well,
critical.
they don't describe the outcome. But, guys, yes. You are able to tell that this, first of all, doesn't line up with any gnome you've seen before. Their ears are sort of more sharp. Their teeth are even like a little bit more like a predator's teeth, rather than just those flat sort of, humanoid teeth, right? This doesn't look like any gnome you've seen before. It'd be
Oh
more
my
a
goodness, is it
society.
a red cap?
Be more a society check to check that out, but you can determine it's not a gnome. And third, the cause of death, or rather the time of death, seems to be a week and a half ago.
Hmm.
Probably not involved in this. Just another scavenger picking through what's left.
I think he
I love
might
how
be
you refer
involved
to
in
the
this.
gnome as a scavenger.
I personally have a suspicion he might be involved in this, but whatever it is, this is not a gnome.
Reminds
So
me
if
of
we
those
need
red
societies, I
caps.
can do that.
I
Absolutely.
will help Kiba.
It almost reminds me of those red caps we fought while dealing with that bloom.
Here you go, Kiba. Take my aid.
With Gaz's help, sort of listing off some other ancestries that are close to this, you stop on Spriggan. Spriggans are cousins of gnomes who also crossed over from the First World at some point, but divulged to sever their connection with the First World far more than the gnomes ever did. They became stark survivalists, bland, their hair and skin color much more like bland and, survivalist, and like olive greens and dark sort of browns and such. And they became more just focused on small clans far away from everyone, eating, sleeping, surviving. That's it. No joy like the other gnomes.
Didn't we fight Spriggan back at that tower, back at that
You
fort?
never
way
fought
back
any
when?
Spriggans.
That was
Oh,
a
okay.
quickling.
Yeah.
Gotcha, right. Is there any personal effects on this Spriggan that can help identify them?
They were naked.
Oh,
Awkward.
And here I was thinking this would be the first place that we wouldn't run into Fey influence.
The first Fae we see is a naked corpse. How what a welcome.
Spriggans are like gnomes. They're not specifically fey creatures.
they're less fey than gnomes even.
That's true.
I still think this very much smells like Fey handiwork, though, doesn't it?
It's still very peculiar, yes.
I mean, they are the kind of people to just like collectively hypnotize an entire town and make them walk to God knows where.
Giraffe, as you walked up to that inn, it seems like an inn, and there's this sign above the door. It depicts a rider clinging to the back of a madly galloping horse with a green mane and a fish's tail extending from its hindquarters. The inn's walls are painted a cheerful shade of yellow to complement the red shutters. And on the front door, scratched in harshly with these sort of straight line scratches, is Nomen.
Nomen. Oh, fun. So it was the centaurs who did this. Or
Get back, Giraffe.
why? You think it's a
Probably trapped.
trap? Fine. We can go in through the window if that makes you happier.
Just be careful.
You know what? I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna look.
That's a good idea.
Giraffe,
I'll stay with him.
you see a scene before you. Keep as well.
Oh, another corpse.
Of a little like research nook of some sort, or little reading nook, right? With a blast mark and some slightly charred pages on it, and a corpse lying dead.
We need to get in there.
Looks like someone wasn't wearing safety equipment.
And Giraffe, as you push through the back door there's no trap that triggers. You find yourself in this inn space here, this tavern that, well, at some point may have been boisterous. Many of the chairs sort of in positions you would expect them to be in from people getting up to leave pretty quickly, one chair or two fallen over. Little cobwebs even are on some of the pieces of, well, drinking and eating. Like it's been like this for a time. But that, of course, the most notable thing, as you're standing on them, is this corpse here. You roll them over, and you realize they have that same dark olive skin and pointy ears of another Spriggan. This one clothed, dead, as well.
What are the papers?
Looking here, there seems to be someone who had like this research going on here. There are many maps of the local region right here, some sort of spreading out to other regions adjacent to this one. There's little scribblings on them about history of those regions, and it seems to mark the travel of some groups over time through those regions, as if it's a historiography of, like, migration.
Maybe the people of this town were using this research to help them in whatever war they were fighting.
They
There
help them
is
migrate.
a lot more here, though, than just that sort of map and such. As you guys pore over these notes, you find a couple of books that Kiba stepped on. There we go.
Haha.
That tell of many topics of the local region. Eobarian prehistory, about ruins left here by the kingdom of Coloran, and
What's with this letter?
centaurs of Central Casmeron, armies of exploration of Taldor, secrets of the Rashalka mounds, centaur sort of histories, and yes, a letter from Mager Varn dated about 2 months ago. And it reads as such. Esteemed Maestro Pendred, it has recently come to my attention that an explorer who has set up shop in my village came upon a peculiar jade bracelet. Going by the name of Willis Gunderson, he claims to have found the bracelet on the banks of a river of local provenance. Should you choose, I would be glad to allow you to stay in town in order to further your own studies of the region, if you would help us figure out whom this bracelet may have belonged to. I hope that some field work will entice you away from those dusty old libraries and rest off. Well tidings, Baron Mager Varn of Varnhold.
So they were explorers then. Historians.
Guys would like to look at the soot stain on the table and try to maybe figure out just what the heck went down here.
Yeah, roll me a, that would be an Arcana check. That looks magical in nature. Not the usual sort of, like, soot.
I can roll it, but I think I should pass it along to an expert.
Yarmars can write it down.
Anybody can, yeah.
I'll help. May as well.
Yarmar's looking at that. Gaz helping about, and parents sort of peering over from the back. You all are able to identify this as being a magical explosion from a ward spell, a glyph of warding, in fact. Seems like someone came too close to something warded against thieves. Thus this explosion.
Whatever it is seems to be gone.
No, it's probably this thing right here. Grant kind of nudges the body.
Body itself?
It's probably how they died. But I'm not the expert on how things died.
The only other stuff that you find in this research nook are little drawings of this heavy jade bracelet, charcoal sketches of it. And that jade bracelet bears peculiar markings that, in the margins, this Maestro Pendred has attributed to the pre-migration Noman centaurs.
Interesting.
If they were digging into this group of centaurs, maybe that's why the conflict started. Possibly.
But why would anybody be upset about simply looking into history like that?
Some people don't like outsiders.
Maybe the jade bracelet belonged to the centaurs?
Maybe they thought it was stolen.
Oh, perhaps.
This would be a bit much for just a single bracelet, though.
Could be an heirloom. I'm gonna open this door.
Sure, roll me your search check as you're going through the back here. Anybody else who goes off to a different offshoot of the place, you can roll a search check as well. But, for you, Giraffe, looking through here, same story. Once again, save for a ledger that seems to have been, written about the inn. You flip through, well, The only thing that you note in this ledger is that the only room that has been occupied, or was occupied at the time of the disappearance, seems to be under the name of Maestro Pendred, upstairs.
Next room.
Seems like a bedroom. Nothing in particular.
Nothing particular.
We should go check that guy's room.
Oh yes. Let me put this book away. I'll come with you.
Hey, a bath. That would be nice if not for the, corpses.
As you guys head upstairs, we'll move you over to a new scene.
Oh no, we don't have the teleport module.
It's a new scene, so it would still load you anyway.
Ah,
Some teleports should be able to move tokens across scenes.
Yeah, but why? Why put in the extra effort? If it's just a new scene anyway.
Especially when a player can just run off and trigger something.
It's true, but... Well, I do make use of that module later, but not here.
Someone was in the middle of the game of cards. Is there anything left in the betting pile?
Doesn't seem like there was a betting pile. Just
Wow.
seems like a friendly game of
Cowards.
cards. Opening up a few of these doors, the only one you remember, Giraffe, as being the door that was theirs is this one, number 5.
Hey, my weapon's an axe. Can I just chop the door at its hinges?
Just
or
open the door.
It's locked.
The jingle the handle, yes, it does seem to be locked.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock first. At least try.
No sound from the other side.
Okay.
Alright, roll me an athletics check as you go for the hinges.
At least let the people that do locks do locks.
Well, not here. Just crashing through
It's a
both the
wooden
hinges.
door.
You push it down before you.
Giraffe, that's property damage.
It's coming out of your pay.
I get paid? No, we just...
And you step into the room over the flattened door there, finding a few more books. Roll me a perception check, though, as you're searching this place.
We need answers.
Do you even know how to read?
Yes, actually. I just don't know that many languages.
Yeah,
I really want to be in there and search.
As you jump onto the bed and sort of reach under the sides of the bed to see if there's anything sort of hidden underneath, there is a small chest. And amongst other things, as you guys search the room, you find some books hidden away and stuff like that. There's a few things of note. First, in that chest is the Maestro's viola. Sort of elegantly carved. It looks a lot like there's carvings of paper and sort of quills. It seems like this Maestro was very much a bard of lore, knowledge.
Neat.
seems like this Pendo had a degree as well.
Yes, there's a book collection. Seems like he was a professor at the Kitharodian Academy in Restov. Could sell for a pretty penny, but of course, they would like it returned probably as well. But the most notable thing is a very old tome, almost has pages falling out of it. I don't know if you guys had this at your college, but I could go find pages that books are 200 years old at my college, and they're falling apart, but it's sort of like that. Northern Explorations, Atlas of the Third Army, a centuries-old geography book by Carmen y Brothasa, a chronicler of Talor's army of exploration to the north. And notably, as you flip through the pages to the area that seems to be bookmarked, there is a note in the margins. Vortikai. That sounds familiar. Wish I had my full library to research. And then there's more information about the Third Army of Exploration.
Pronounced in flame tongue, huh? Yarmos looks pointedly at Keba.
Fascinating. A flaming whip. I do like the sound of that.
Anybody have any questions about it? Any notes? Any checks you want to make?
Does the name seem familiar that the scholar pointed out?
Roll me a Arcana, Occultism, or Society.
I'm interested as well. I'm also really curious to try to figure out the context of where he's doing this talk about Vorticai.
All these
So-
locations that you're seeing in these books are in this region-ish. You're sort of on the border of Casmeron. Casmeron's to the east. And Taldor Taldor was basically the Roman Empire before they fell a little bit and became what is now basically medieval England with knights and shining armor and stuff like that.
Taldane.
Yeah. And as you guys think about this, Kiba, you can't quite tell, but Parent, you remember something that you read about famous necromancers. Vorticai does spark your mind as the name of an ancient Eobarian necromancer.
Eobarian.
What does Eobarian mean?
So, Eobaria, you guys have books on this? Or did you pick up the books? Did you not?
We picked up all the books.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were very thick.
Yeah.
A lot of these are
Well,
just
I mean, they're not.
things from the Wikipedia, but they are the books that they would have, and they give context to what's going on. So Eobaria is located east of the nation of Brevoy, and is considered part of the continent of Casmeron.
Oh, that's how it's
I would
pronounced.
definitely know that.
I didn't quite connect the pronunciation with the actual written word.
Interesting. I'll probably have to take some time after session to actually read through these and absorb all the knowledge.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, Kiba's
Sorry.
probably going to be doing some reading of these in general, when we're not actually exploring.
Kiba, do you want this violin?
Of course I do.
Isn't there something artistically bankrupt about taking another man's instrument?
If we find him alive, we'll give it back. And why would you say that? Now he's not going to use it.
I promise I will play for you tonight.
Thank you, I guess. Oh,
More information.
my head's elsewhere.
Your head is always elsewhere, Giraffe.
Yeah.
Always.
And as you
Yeah.
grab that, let's move you guys back down, since the other rooms are just empty rooms.
I figured.
Shame, doesn't seem like this maestro had very many notes left behind about the bracelet.
Just
When the
drawings
centaurs
and...
flip door damage.
Yeah. They did say it seems their theory seemed to have been centaurs.
Centaur necromancer
Ancient centaurs.
has over 4,000 bones.
Well, I don't really know how it relates to what's going on now.
Just an idea. Like, what would a centaur necromancer be like?
Yeah, see the
But
water
they-
horse tail there. Just a few coins left over.
Parents is too distracted.
And a rotten smell to your senses as this kitchen, seemingly in the midst of a dinner rush,
Ugh.
was left behind.
Imprecise scent in stinky place.
Yeah. And back here just seems to be a storage shed or room there.
Even worse.
I think when we take our rest tonight, we should really all sit down and dig into these books and figure out what's going on.
I agree.
Because there's definitely something to it here. There's conflict with centaurs. There's got to be some connection.
Yeah. Wait, was Mordecai a centaur?
An ancient Eobarian necromancer is all you got from Vorticai.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure he's
I don't know
old.
his race. He could have been a centaur for all we know.
Could be.
I doubt it, but
Are there centaur tribes to the east of Brevoy? I don't know what that area is
were
like.
there. I mean, that happened a long time ago.
We should keep looking for now.
These guys head up the
Theoretically,
back
we
here.
could cross-reference the migration paths and dig a thing out about that, but
Do the paths go back that far?
There is a lot of history in those books. You could, when you sit down, make checks and sort of figure out what else you could figure out for them. But for now, you guys head to this octagonal building here. On the front of it, gleaming in the setting sun, is the... let me see real quick. The bow symbol of Aristil, shining like a beacon above the doors. And as you open it up, it's a neatly kept little hall for the worship of Aristil. There's seemingly slight signs of damage. Not so much. Giraffe, something points you towards that altar. Something in your mind, something you sort of notice out of the corner of your eye. With your perception check, anybody else can roll their perception as well.
this is the biggest place of iron worship I've seen. You need to get one of these built for Siren Ray.
The rest of you don't find very much. You find a medical sort of couple of beds in the south. You find what seems to have been the cleric of this place's room in the north. In fact, you can find a journal that writes about, normal things for a small village, and a priest of air still write about nothing suspicious whatsoever. Save for, well, not save for, but you can see their name, Caspar Morgarian, the cleric of Aristil for the town. There we go. Just like to type down proper names and nouns and stuff.
It's very helpful.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And Giraffe, yeah, you saw something strange about one of the sides of the altar here, as if the runner on top of it was flapped over something. You look under that flap of the runner and find that there is a little bit of a stone shelf that's slightly askew from the altar itself. A hidden drawer.
Gonna pull it open then.
You do so. And you find quite a few scrolls inside. Ones of healing, of removing of paralysis, of high levels of restoration, of removing curses, and restoring life at the moment of death, or even after.
These are beyond me. Scrolls.
I can probably make them work if we really need them.
There's a couple of them that I could probably do, but most of them are not my area.
Really? I thought you were... I guess you do focus more on fighting than casting.
These are some very potent scrolls.
All signed by the priest of Aristil here. Seems like they were emergency usage, but seemed like they never got used, or taken even.
Well, I'm sure that we could put these to better use, especially with Giraffe's prevalence at being hit a lot.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think this is an emergency.
It is. Move them to the party inventory for the time being.
That makes sense, yeah.
Sure.
The DC of like a 6th level spell for tricking magic item is really high, isn't it though?
Probably.
I saw that remove curse, and I just thought for a second.
Are these all divine
curses
tradition?
are- Sorry, go ahead. Yarn.
Oh, are these like divine tradition?
Most
I
of
thought
them
that
are,
it might be on.
but some of them
Alright.
might have some overlap if you look at the spell themselves.
Yeah. Like I can
Gotcha.
I can theoretically do the ones that are occult, like remove curse. Wait, no, I think I need an extra feat for that still. Oh well.
Yeah, you have to have these cast a spell activity in a tradition. If you
Yeah.
only have
I only took
Cantrips.
like the feats that give feats.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That's right. That's right. I was going to take the spellcasting one. I'm like, I really want this other thing first.
hmm Otherwise, nothing of interest except for there's a cemetery at the back of the church.
You should go check that out.
Okay, everyone, prepare for skeletons. Or
Kind of have a track record, I was about to say.
Now I know where we can bury the bodies.
I love
Skeletons
the.
aren't natural
to be
scavengers,
found.
are they?
what do skeletons eat? Oh, they don't need to eat, do they?
I love the jaded adventure conversations.
Thank you. I'm trying to put more of that in. Like, what would a centaur necromancer be like? Would they have 4,000 bones?
As you guys look at this cemetery, it seems like there's only, well, count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people who have been buried here so far. Seems like Varnhold was doing fine after being here for like a year or two, actually, in terms of deaths. But there was one that seems to be fresher than the others. Looking at it, the sign above it, that sort of like little bow symbol instead of a cross, because they're not Christians, but yeah. The marker reads Andrisha the Potter, and is dated several weeks ago, just about before this timeline that you've been producing in your head of like a month or a month and a half ago to the disappearance. Seems like they died just before that.
Maybe this one looks like it. I don't know.
Giraffe, you
Are
have
these,
no
like-
qualms with grave robbing, right?
I mean, I'm not really even loyal to Lamashu anymore. I don't think even she cared. So no, I don't have any problem with it.
I mean, it's only a problem for the match too if Antrisha was had a deformity.
Yeah. Kiba, look away.
Champions, if they're well aware, they can't just look away.
What
I'm gonna,
do you
what
plan to
if I-
do exactly?
I don't know. Hey, Kiba, let's go explore this other building.
I'm
Are you-
sorry, but I think we need to have a chat.
Kiba, think of it this way. It may give us more information about what happened.
What exactly are you intending to dig up? The body of the potter?
I mean, if we're gonna dig up any bodies, I think it'd be reasonable to also bury them again.
Of course, we will bury them again.
But I can't see what kind of clues we could even glean from that. Better to let spirits lie.
Oh, there will be no robbery on my watch. However, so knowing what I know about my own faith, well, what would the gods tend to think about exhuming a grave
Roll me a
for the
religion
sake
check.
of an investigation?
A religion.
Just think of it this way: if we get cursed, we just found
I-
those scrolls.
I didn't blind it.
It's fine. We can take the 19. Because, well, gods are protective of their flock. This is in an Aristilian site, and Aristil is a good god. Pharasma also hates it. Pharasma doesn't like people defiling graves or not leaving the dead to rest. If you had a good reason, maybe you could offer some prayers to Aristil for forgiveness, or even Pharasma, in what you are going to do. But you don't feel like you have a good reason.
Yeah,
I
there's no
agree.
real reason.
I'm not really okay with this.
Then let's move on.
By the way, are these flowers fresh?
They look wilted and old, very old.
Okay.
Let's keep the name
Gotcha.
in mind, Andrisha the Potter. If we find any evidence that suggests that we might have a reason to do this, then we can reconsider.
Giraffe, as you open the door, a cat meows and rushes out.
Ah!
Oh. Opportunity. No, I'm kidding.
He was just kind of bit by the temple.
Is this house cat magical?
let it be known that I
There's
was
not
I was aware I could make an opportunity attack.
Sort of jumps out of the house, but then gets confused and like sort of looks back at all of you and hisses, sort of like maybe like it was trapped in there for a time. Giraffe, the door was closed when you opened it, so the cat doesn't look too happy. It looks thin.
But it survived an awful long time.
Giraffe, feed the cat.
That was my hissing.
Wait,
Yeah.
this might be our only living witness to what happened.
Anybody able to speak animals?
You know what I'm
Oh,
thinking?
Can I offer it some food?
That sounds like a bad use of our time.
It'd be a -1, so it only costs 15 gold to awaken this house cat.
Wait, it's a day. It's only a day. What's the value? 15 gold. We can do this. No, we
We
can't.
can do it.
We can't. We don't. I don't think we have a master in nature.
Unfortunately you don't.
I do have a feeling I know exactly what Yarmus is gonna spend his skill points.
Giraffe, roll me a diplomacy. Roll me a survival check. There we go.
Thank you.
Trying to find the skills that you guys are good at, because otherwise it's just a waste of time. And well, hey,
Yeah.
What?
Wonderful.
the cat leaps up to
Now
you.
we're getting 20s.
I'm holding this cat for the rest of the session.
If only there was some kind of skill that could be specifically for handling animals.
Giraffe has a cat, but it just purrs in your arms, and you feed it something, but that's it. It's a cat at the moment.
Do we get 10 experience for resolving the situation with the cat?
Unfortunately, it's a -1, so I believe you don't get any experience at all as a level 7 party. It's still -1 creature.
We
Well,
lose experience? No, I'm kidding.
I'll give you guys the 10 experience at the end of the session, though.
Oh, okay. You're gonna leave us hating on 10 experience.
Yeah, no.
Well, what are you gonna name him, Giraffe?
Parent Junior.
I hate you.
Yeah, we already
Why
have a Norbert. Why not a Gorbert?
Gorbert. Corbert.
Norbert and Gorbert. Norgorbert.
Corbert.
No Corbett's. I already have somebody else in my other group who always has like a skull that's like, oh yeah, this is Kolvos. That's
Oh,
Piz.
of course.
Piz is doing that.
My
to
goodness.
Of course, this is. I'm switching to search because detect magic is worthless.
Me. Giraffe, if you want, I'm gonna give you permission for the cat.
Thank you.
There you go. You are owner of the house cat. As you've taken the ownership after the other people who owned
I've
it, or-
adopted the cat.
Yeah.
Not 20 on the survival check. Let's go, baby.
Is
So-
there anything else in this house, or?
In this
I'm gonna
house, looking
Teach you how to
around,
kill things.
it seems to have been a weaver's home, and a pretty crowded one. A family. Seems like four beds and bunk beds, so 4 children here. Lots of toys sitting around. A book about dragons, blue dragons. Wonder why I put that specific one there. But
Parent
yeah,
takes it.
Amazing.
That dragon looks familiar.
yeah. And otherwise, though, it seems like a very cramped 6-person house. Husband, wife, 4 kids. Unfortunate, though.
Our next game
given
should
the
be played with
circumstances.
like 4 dragons and 1 kobold. Or 4 kobolds and 1 dragon. That would be fun.
It'd be more Kobold Kingmaker then. But anyway.
More kobolds.
2 kobolds, 1 dragon.
We didn't check this building over here. Get
2.5
back here.
2.5 dragons. It's just 2 dragons and a kobold.
As daylight wanes, it is getting quite dark.
My foundry just exploded.
This
I
map,
think we found the Potter's place.
this map explodes people because people's computers because
Big.
it is so. It's my biggest map that I've ever made.
It might be all the crow effects.
That
Can we
too.
delete
Actually,
the
I'll turn them
crows?
off. Yeah.
I'll start shooting down crows.
I really
Oh,
like
yeah,
crow
very
effects
cool.
because there are a lot of crows above this town. But
It's
yeah,
a cool effect.
Yeah.
I think I turned them off. Did I turn them off?
Holding the cat. Big baby.
Yeah, they're gone. So, as you bring the cat in here and look around, this looks to be a pottery shop. but all of it being broken in a fit of something. Destruction,
Nice.
who knows. But the door was busted down by something that looked really big and heavy, because that was a big, heavy door itself. Something big busted that down.
Thank goodness it's not an outhouse.
As you look in the back here, yeah, roll your perception check there, Giraffe. When did you get 2 natural 20s on survivals? Oh wait, the scroll was not happening. Whoops, 1 second.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, that's weird.
When did you get 2 natural 20s on survivals?
I don't know when I rolled that second one. Why did it duplicate?
No, you did roll it just recently. It says 1 minute ago,
You-
4 minutes ago.
You rolled that second one when you came up to the door of the Potter's house.
Well, hey, you just wasted a natural 20. No.
Oh, I may have been trying to roll my perception, and I
Mhm.
clicked the wrong button.
One thing that you guys do notice in this place is a hidden nook behind this otherwise looted small chest here is a elegant set of fine pottery. And there's a placard that says that it is intended as a wedding gift for King Noleski's eldest daughter next spring.
Ooh, a Potter's boy plans on marrying a princess, or what?
It's just a gift for the royalty.
Oh, it's a
Doesn't
gift.
seem like
Well,
connected to
it
this.
said wedding gift, so my head.
Yeah.
You know,
Dowry.
Giraffe has no knowledge of the wedding ceremonies of other humanoid races, so
And Kiba, as you see that, you remember that King Noleski is the king of Brevoy.
Indeed.
Think we can return everyone in time for that wedding?
Wedding gift, huh? Interesting.
Otherwise, this place looks like there's a few cobwebs and there wasn't any food set out.
we did see the grave of the Potter, so that makes sense. Building was already abandoned for a short time.
Oh, do you think she was attacked by something and that was her death?
2 more buildings, 1 minute. Let's go.
Sure.
Let's go.
Looking down to the southwest here, as you bring the kitty along, there we go. You see another building that seems to have been even more ransacked. The wooden walls of the house seem to have been staved in at several locations, and the door has been battered down completely, even though it's even one of the most thick wooden doors you've seen. I need a reflex save for jumping through a broken glass window.
Oh, that's a window? I thought that was like another door.
Oh no!
Well, you guys can see a mistake I made on this map that nobody ever notices. I put the fucking path up to a window instead of a door. And I forgot
Oh!
to change that.
How many people have you had jump in the wind?
A lot of people. But nobody noticed that it wasn't a door, so, whatever.
I saw the door on the ground, like, hey, let's go to the door.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I love it.
my mistake. But it's a fucking huge map. I was going to make a mistake like that somewhere. But, yeah, as you guys look around, roll your perception checks. Also, I still need a reflex save, Bjormus, for
Gotcha, yeah.
Tavros.
Because we're doing that.
Well, oh wait, no, that's a natural one somewhere else. Parenth, you think this looks like a pretty clean house. No.
You're very cleanly in here.
Kiba, you notice that this whole place seems to, judging by the glass from destroyed display cases and like the amount of ransacking, like as if whoever was ransacking this place took care to tear up the floorboards, to tear down the walls looking for any secret stashes. This was probably a jewelry shop. But nothing remains of this ransacked place, unfortunately.
If you guys are done jumping through broken windows, there's one left.
Oh, and reflex, yeah, you're fine.
One
Zero
broken
hours.
window left?
Gotta do all of them. That's an
Oh,
achievement
oh
point
my
there.
gosh.
All the windows.
Alright,
This
that's a
is
nice
fair
save.
enough.
You got a new Steam achievement sound.
Program? I think my Steam achievement sound glitched and it makes the tunic sound now. Or, but it's fine.
So,
I'm opening the door.
before you do, you have a
Oh,
sudden
no.
surge of experience, so you get 10 experience points. Or you can roll your level up here. As that's where we're going to end tonight's session before you go into this larger building here.
Okay.
That's good. Lots of exploring.
I have a feeling we're gonna fight something in there, but that's just a hunch.
Makes you say that.
But yeah, you guys actually did a really good job exploring this whole place. Like, it's a lot. It is a lot to explore, and there's a lot going on.
Well,
Coffee.
you spent a lot of time making
I
this
mean,
map, so
Yeah.
well, cough in the official.
Learning that you want people to explore it makes us feel like exploring it more.
Yeah, and in the official Foundry module, this doesn't exist. They only give you a like bird's eye view of the town. No buildings to enter, just like it sucks. I had to make this because I hated it. And there's encounters on a bird's eye view map. Fuck that.
Dang.
But no, it's whatever. The Foundry module was mostly meant to be a remake. They don't do a lot of supplemental stuff, except they did do a supplement for the Hunting Lodge, strangely enough. That's one of the only supplemental maps they made. Everything else is just the remake of the original. But yeah, we're gonna do some leveling here, guys, on the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry about the technical difficulties. It's 2 weeks, and I wasn't around, and OBS changed
Hold
at
on.
the time.
You said that it sucks to do these encounters on the map, on the bird's eye view.
Yeah.
We only did one with the crows. There's another encounter in this barn.
Well, I mean, there were the pigs up north, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Chul.
Never mind. I thought I was being clever, but apparently not.
You guys have guessed it. Of course, I'm gonna stop you before an encounter at 9:30
The end
to
of the
get level
session.
up.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
So there's just like jewels living in the wild around here, right?
You can make a society check to confirm that,
Oh, okay, sure. I'll go ahead.
or nature. Yeah, I mean, Chuls, they probably swimmed upriver, downriver, finding that this place was abandoned or something, and maybe they've had meals here better than elsewhere. There are aquatic creatures that exist. In
these.
Galarian, things just exist. Things just come about, like... Yeah. Like, there's so
Yeah.
much shit going on in Galarian, like, it's not uncommon to find, like, a random monster in some areas, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, aberrations aren't even all that aberrant, it seems.
I mean, those are, like, the first aberrations you've fought ever, I
Yeah.
think.
We
Unless it can't
fought
be.
those shambling mounds way back
Oh,
when.
yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna hop off.
Sure.
I'm gonna level up right after, but I'm gonna hop off VC for now.
Sure, yeah. See you later, Giraffe.
See ya.
I will be leveling up tomorrow probably.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stick around
good.
with these guys, so yeah, feel free to head out.
Good night.
See ya.
have a good one.
Night.
Might as well give a little bit of...
I get to try to figure out what kind of skill feat I want.
Yeah. I'm basically already set for level 8. I had that already planned. But so basically at level 8, I'm able to suddenly take Inspire Courage, which is a fantastic way to spend an action when I when I have it free, really, because it's a focus cantrip rather than a focus spell.
Correct.
Yeah, I definitely understand the wording now. Thank you so much for helping me with that. Yeah, so basically bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and save against fear. 60 foot instead of the old, 10 that I used to have.
Mm-hmm. Did this
Like,
this
wow.
replace the marshals, right? All the martial aura
Yes,
stuff?
yes.
I appreciate that, because martial aura sitting around the whole time lags the game as well.
Um, by
Oh,
the way,
pain.
Yeah.
by
Yours?
the way, one trigger can only activate one action, right?
So the same exact like trigger, yes, cannot
Yeah.
activate more reactions on a single person.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So like for example, the Chimera that you fought,
Yeah.
they could only make one reaction on one of your strides, even though they had 3 reactions because of
Yeah.
that
Gotcha.
rule.
Right. So no making sticky debilitating bombs, just either sticky or debilitating.
Mm-hmm. Well, is that based on reactions?
No, it's all free actions.
Oh, free actions are different. Free actions are very
Yeah.
different, yeah. And I think there are specific rules for alchemists about additives. So if you look at the additive traits, it'll tell you more about that, I think.
Please check. Oh yeah, you can only have one additive.
Mm.
Yeah, gotcha.
Also note that the additive trait is always followed by a level, it's just out of 2, right? That adds its level to the level of the alchemical item. So, your poisons, if you give them an additive, could be higher level. And I think your one feature that increases the DC increases it by level of the item, correct? Or is it your level?
It's by my level.
Okay, so you're right, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why that matters then.
An additive also like limits, like usually anything that has additive also limits what kind of stuff you can apply it to. Usually, so that it caps out at equal to the level you could make, anyways.
Yeah. I wonder why that matters. Like, why does it matter that the item level increases? Usually they put things in because they matter for a reason.
See.
The only thing it would matter for really is like counteract, but counteract doesn't really happen. You're not like counterspelling bombs. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Future proofing.
I need a DM ruling on something.
Sure.
Okay, so here's Hymn of Healing. Now, it has a duration of sustained up to 4 rounds. Does that mean that I can sustain it 4 times?
Yes.
Okay. So then, the initial cast and then 4 sustains means potentially, if the fast
5
healing
rounds.
is 8, then it would be 8 times 5 is 40 total. Okay.
And remember, you can only have one composition going at one time. So you cannot have Inspire Courage and Hymn of Healing active at the same point. If you activate one, the other immediately falls off.
That makes absolute sense to me. Okay.
Except for the exploit, the literal exploit, I think, of, whatchamacallit? Aura of Fear. What's Dirge of Doom? Because Dirge of Doom applies a condition that has its own set duration of fear, right? Frightened. So people always argue with me saying that the Frightened doesn't go away if it's overwritten by another composition, because the Frightened has to go away at the end of the creature's turn, as it normally does. I still think it should go away immediately because it is an effect of a composition, and an effect of a composition goes. If the composition itself goes away, the effect goes away. But yeah, I'm sure you guys aren't gonna meta me and do that.
No, I try to be as fair as possible.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, so even if I use Lingering Composition to extend Inspire Courage by 3 or 4 rounds, then if I cast Hymn of Healing, it'll still end the Lingering Composition. Okay, so I will need to be careful about that.
Hymn of Healing is very nice,
Yeah.
But sometimes, yeah, you're just gonna have to make it. It's like inspire courage for the start of the fight, and then when you need healing later, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of a thing where I use what's better for each individual situation, probably.
Yeah.
I like having those options. It was a really hard decision trying to decide if I wanted to even use the feats on the bard spellcasting. But I'm thinking, what's my party role? It's a support warrior. So focusing on these support compositions or whatever that I can do while I'm fighting seems more appropriate for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't really know how much mileage I'll get out of like a level 1 and a level 2 spell when I'm 9. Like, I
You
don't
won't,
know.
unless they're like you can get True Strike. True Strike is always a good dip for that, but
Yeah.
otherwise,
A part of me is like, maybe it'd be worth it to be able to use scrolls easily, and maybe, but I don't know. I don't think. I think I'm better off with this.
yeah, probably. As always, remember opportunity cost.
Absolutely.
Actions cost actions, and if you have more actions, you're not going to be able to use them. Like, there's diminishing returns because you still have the other stuff you're going to do. You're still going to strike, you're still going to run,
Yeah. Most of my turns tend to involve a move and a strike. And so that always left me with the option of, well, what do I do with that third action? Attack at a penalty? I guess I could maybe do a heal on somebody? Yeah.
The
So
game...
this offers me some options. It's really cool.
Yeah. The general rule of thumb for the, like, just the design philosophy is that 2 actions are your bread and butter. Like, 2 of the 3 actions you take on your turn are your bread and butter, and it usually allows people to have a flexible third action.
Then I'm on the right track then. This is great.
Mm.
I'm also looking more into weapon options that can help me do stuff. Like I changed my weapon into the flail earlier to try to give Giraffe some bonuses to his attack.
I was gonna ask, why have we gone with shifting on the weapon when it already has flaming? I know there's some sort of precedent, but I forget why it's able to be shifting and flaming.
Because shifting comes from the champion Divine Ally ability.
Okay.
I can choose shifting or some or like 3 other very, very niche things. Returning, which doesn't really apply to glaives. I mean, I could throw it like 5 feet.
No, yeah, I totally forgot about that, the Blade Ally thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then I can choose Ghost Touch or Disrupting Undead. So usually shifting's good because I can potentially change it into a less damaging weapon, but one that's flexible with my athletics.
Oh, yeah.
To potentially trip things and stuff like that.
It's very good. I think you actually have been keeping this in mind. I heard flail and I was like thinking of about one-hand flails, but you used war flails two-handed.
Yeah. I was very careful. I've been using the Pathfinder 2 Netherus, whatever website, and using the filters to make sure I'm searching for two-handed martial weapons. Yeah, I can use simples, but like simples don't generally have the traits that I like.
Simple, you'll always see that simples either have one less of like a die size or one less of a trait.
Yeah.
They're just worse, always, than martials.
Yeah. One interesting option that I saw was the bow staff. It's like, okay, so that's typically a monk weapon, but if I really needed a bludgeoning option, but also staying at reach, that could be interesting. There's no reason that I couldn't use a monk weapon, right?
No,
I just don't
not
have
at all.
monk benefits.
So yeah, the monk trait is only there for monks who want to use the weapon style of monk. Otherwise, the monk trait doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, so that's still like it's still a reach weapon that is bludgeoning and has trip.
Yeah, actually,
so
reach with those like trip or grapple or shove is extremely good because it allows you to trip at a distance. You can't do that regularly. You have to have a weapon with reach to trip at a reach.
It also has
Oh.
parry if I want to spend an action to get 1 AC.
I found a clause that might explain why additive increases level.
Mhm.
There's the incapacitation trait on some alchemical
Ah.
items.
That's a good reason to increase the size, yeah, because of to get past incapacitation. Or at least help. Yeah.
Get around, yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I really like Alchemist. I really do. It's just a ton of
Yeah.
bookwork.
My inventory is such a mess because of it, yeah.
I'm
And
strongly considering Alchemist for a future campaign that don't really have a date for.
yeah.
But yeah.
Alchemists are really good. Like a bomber alchemist is not going to do a lot of damage, but they're really good debilitators, and they're really good against swarms, and they're really good against weaknesses to certain types of damage because they can whip up something. Like
Nice.
they have their very good uses, and then you just debilitate with that like skunk bomb and like all the other stuff. Yeah, alchemists are slept on just because they don't do a lot of damage.
Alchemists are amazing if you can get information about enemies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Noted. I might have to think about that if I create an Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
And you need a lot of flexibility. You can't just go all in on poisons.
Yep.
Yeah.
I ended up taking for my skill feat stealth skill training. You think that's going to be worth it?
Stealth skill training?
Like from untrained to trained for stealth?
I will say completely no. And I'll tell you why, because you can follow the expert on somebody who has stealth, and you'd have the same modifier essentially as when you would be trained yourself.
Gotcha. Yeah, these feats are going to be difficult for me to pick this level. There's one I want. There's one I want from. There's one I'm looking at from the dragon stuff that's called Cerulean Hazard Sense. It basically gives me free rolls to spot traps. I don't know if that's something you want to deal with or not, though.
That's essentially like, or give it to me in chat so I can like read it there somewhere. Because there is a rogue feat that's kind of like that, and I'm fine with those. I just have to see its specific reading. Find traps. If you aren't searching, oh yeah, this is exactly like the rogue feat. Yeah, this is fine.
Okay, I might just take that. Then that makes more sense for me to just sit and detect magic. But if I'm sitting and detect magic, like, how useful is that going to be? Even, you know?
You could surpass things that you would never see. You know, it's. Here's the thing: like the game assumes that 2 people are doing search checks. Really, in a
Not
party
5.
of 4. Yeah, like not all 5. No, it assumes that somebody's going to do scouting, somebody's going to do like a defend or something else, or like detect magic a lot. It only assumes like 2 searchers, or even 1 searcher, really.
Alright, I'm gonna take that then, and I'll probably just have detect magic be like my permanent search option, or my exploration option.
Yeah, the other exploration activities feel bad because you're not doing something every room you walk into. Like even investigate.
Yeah, you're right.
Investigate is there for like if there's a skill check. Oh, there's a painting on the wall here. Like it's something where the player doesn't have to ask about skill checks in a room. They automatically get to see. Okay, I need to make a medicine check. That's why you do investigate, right? Like if you're walking by that well, or rather, if you like go into that room with that corpse, you'd immediately, since you're investigating, be like, okay, I need to make a medicine check for the corpse. I need to make an arcana check for that blast. Like, it tells you what the checks are for the room.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
What about for skill feats? This has been like one of my biggest like issues so far in this game, is trying to figure out skill feats that are like somewhat relevant.
Skill feats are always hard, especially on like a caster. It's honestly just like pick what you think would be fun if it came up. You know, like skill feats are there for they're not there for power necessarily.
Right. Like I'm looking at Eye of the Arc Lords, but I like already do all the stuff from this ability basically.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have anything else, you could just start grabbing skill training for everything you don't have training in.
Yeah, but that
Nice.
most of that stuff isn't really super relevant anymore.
Let me look
Like
at
I have all the
these.
main magic knowledge skills, so
Quick recognition. Once per round, you can recognize a spell using a skill in which you're a master as a free action. Quick recognition could help.
does that actually like do anything though?
Yes. In fact, it helps a lot with the Wizard Feat Clever Counterspell, or actually is a requirement for it. If you're going to do any counterspelling, Clever Counterspell is sort of the way to get into it. So instead of being able to counterspell a spell only with the same spell, you can counterspell as long as you have the spell the foe is casting in your spell book. So if you have every spell you can get, which is core, you're not going to see enemies doing uncommon or rare spells, right? And you can also avoid like Secrets of Magic spells because they're not going to be in this AP because the AP came out before that. But
that's metagaming.
But it's also just sort of, if you're going to go into counter spells, you can think about that and you can understand that. But yeah, that would be the only thing that would give you a lot of power if you want to go into a little bit of counterspelling. And it can be useful, especially with that clever counterspell.
Yeah, it's a very long like feat chain though.
It's counterspell, quick recognition, and then clever counterspell. So it's only 3.
Only 3.
Well, on a wizard who usually doesn't have much to spend their feats on, like class feats. But you have a ton of. You're just putting all your class feats into archetype feats, so.
At the moment, I think at level 10 I actually get something worth taking on Wizard.
Wait.
I think I've got my character up to scruff now.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. I'm missing one last recipe for level 8.
What were you saying? Wait for Grovos?
Why am I not seeing free archetype on? Oh wait, we stopped free archetype.
We don't do
okay.
free
Yeah, we
archetype
stopped
in this
that.
game. That's
Yeah.
why it's in my class feats.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was thinking about Kiba, who has like a bunch of like archetype stuff for Bard and stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing the same
Because-
thing I am.
Because all of my class feats are going into archetype now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? This is way more interesting than like the vast majority of the champion class feats. Like,
Champion, they get better at like at level 10 and higher. They certainly do.
At level 10, I'm definitely going to start doing wizard stuff again. Because at level 10, you get like... there's really good stuff at level 10 again.
Mhm. Well,
my
level...
original concept for this champion was sort of a champion bard, but it's like I was thinking about doing bard as my archetype, but you said you didn't want us to do the multi-class archetype, so I just went with the martial. But it's like now I kind of feel like I can do the bard thing. And it's fun.
Yeah. You didn't, Parenth, you didn't like any of the level 8s? Wizard feats? There is universal versatility.
Alright, but I'd have to take Hand of the Apprentice again.
Ah, alright, you don't have that yet.
I did, but then I got rid of it for the dragon stuff, because I kind of want to lean more into the breath maybe a bit later.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, fascinating.
Bond
This is
conservation is very good also, but yeah.
I was looking at bond conservation, and it looks very complicated to use.
You're gonna have to like
you have to
keep
really
track
think, yeah,
of what you're doing.
Because you can only use the lower level spell on a slot you've already used, right? Because you're using drain bonded item.
Yes. So
Like-
for the next section, use because he's there, and it's also meta magic, so it's an extra action on top of it.
Yeah.
But must use the next turn. Only to cast a spell 2 levels than the first spell cast with drain bond. So yeah, you would drain bonded item your first sort of
Like 4th level spell, right?
4th level, and then you would have to remember, okay, now I have to do a 2nd level. That gets complemented complicated the higher level you go, yeah. But
Well,
it does give you a lot more spells.
It does, but then I'd have to have that second level spent already for it to like be usable. You know.
Let me see. Before the end of your next... Yeah, you would. You would have to plan it out a little bit.
But like next level, I get quick in casting, which is really good. So I'm probably gonna take that.
Quicken is amazing.
Yeah, so I can make hideous laughter more of your enemies at once.
Oh, hey. If you're playing a wizard like a wizard should be played. Toolbox shuts things down when you can.
Yeah, I kind of messed up in that first fight. I should have just let in with some of that stuff. I wasn't really expecting them to be that big of a threat, though.
What?
I don't think Corvus was either.
And then neither kind of was I, but like, the problem was high AC enemies with reach and attack opportunity suck. They're really hard to deal with for a lot of parties. Like, they can hit above their wave class just because of the circumstances, especially if they're in difficult terrain where you can't step in difficult terrain and you're going to have to trigger the attack opportunity all the time.
Would that have been difficult terrain for me, who has a swimming speed?
Nope. So you could have stepped into water. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Not that I would want to do that.
Yeah. So why do I see alarm on, like, your spell list like 4 times?
So, okay. So, alarm is what I'm using to indicate that I've used drained bonded item.
Okay.
I could probably just make my own spell, though, for it, which I might do.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, alarm. Love it.
Well, I mean, who would upcast alarm ever?
Well, if you're out of spell slots, then you're desperate.
I don't know.
Third
I
level.
feel like my 4th level spell choices were just bad as well. Like, they're difficult to use. Enervation is good, but, like, everything has super high fortitude.
Oh, finally, guess who just got a poison that targets Will?
Oh, well.
It's over for you, Corvus.
I love that.
Usually the high fortitude people have low wills.
So I'll have to think of spells and everything, too. It's very difficult. Like, I was looking at attack spells to take advantage of True Strike more. There's, like, nothing. Like, the only 4th level attack spell is Chromatic Ray.
Chromatic Ray's good. A lot of base damage to it.
Yeah, like, the highest I can do is, like, 50 or something on a random roll.
Or 100 on the critical.
It's true.
With True Strike. You have a chance. Pretty good chance, actually, to get crits.
It's my... So... Like, my spell attacks rolls feel like they're really low. Is that kind of...
That's how it feels on... Because True Strike is supposed to bolster that. True Strike, since it's advantage in a d20 system, it's like adding +5 to a roll.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I might take Chromatic Ray just to have something.
And that's what people don't understand in PF2E. Because there is a lot of complaints like that. That's like, well, my attack's so low, I can't hit anything. And Paizo has said before, like, casters are kind of balanced around True Strike. They really are.
That does make it kind of like the equivalent of a feat tax, spell tax.
But it's a spell text at the first level spell. Like, you're never going to cast your first level spells when you're level 5, or level 10, really. Like, it is, yes, but to get a +5 on an attack roll, spend some resources. It's single action, so it's like a meta magic. Yeah, I think it's elegant. I think it's a good way of doing it. I think just people don't use True Strike as they should.
Well, now that I have the staff, there's literally no reason I don't just do a True Strike on what I can.
Mm-hmm, exactly. But then again, you don't have to play an attack roll caster at all. Like, you can completely avoid it. And you have shown how potent you are and fight-changing you are a lot of fights here.
I'll need to find some better, like, higher level debilitating stuff.
Oh, it's out there. There is one, but I won't tell you it because I hate it.
Synesthesia.
Yeah, well, Yarmus knows. Yeah.
Yeah, no, somebody else told me about that too from someplace else. I'm like, this spell is stupid. I don't want this.
It's really powerful, and it's not incapacitation, which is ridiculous because
Isn't that the one that like gives them clumsy 3 and a bunch of other terrible crap?
yeah, clumsy 3, like basically everything is concealed to them, so DC 5 flat check. There's some other stuff too. There's like 2 other things, I think.
No, I'm not gonna take a spell that's like a meta spell. Like I'm trying not to, anyways. But
It is a meta spell, I will say that. Like it's a very good spell for its level.
Well, how about another, maybe a lamer spell, like, I don't know, Wall of Stone?
I mean,
so is our group? Do we work well enough to make a spell like that be strong? That's the question.
teamwork. You have to start calling out to each other in combat and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna do this. Can you do this?" You know, that sort of thing. Before that will work.
Yeah.
What I really want is like a scrying spell of some sort.
What is it? Distant Eye now? They changed the fucking name of it. I think it's Distant Eye, is it? Vigilant Eye. Yeah, Vigilant. No, that's a focus spell. Never mind.
Dimensional Anchor seems really cool, but I don't think we fight enough enemies that have that kind of ability.
You will certainly get a use out of that in this campaign if you took it. It wouldn't be a wasted thing. Just not all the time, of course.
Yeah, and it's just like, when do I use this?
Alright, I think I've got everything done. I'm gonna head off to bed now.
Sure, yeah.
Have a good one.
See
Yeah,
you
we're
guys.
gonna. I think we're
You
gonna
take
wrap
care.
up here too. Yeah. See you, Armus.
Yeah,
Bye.
Yeah, finished mine a while, but we'll go. We're just hanging out and chatting.
Yep. So yeah, anybody who's still here, thank you guys for watching and sticking around. If you like the maps, this is my most big map, and this one is actually free because it's a remake technically. So you can get this massive map of a deserted village for free if you go to my Patreon. But also make sure to support me. Patreon.com/KoboldDM. And Kiba.
Yeah, hi there. I am Chris, the player of Kiba, a streamer here on Twitch, specializing mostly in retro games these days. You can find me over there at twitch.tv/Captain Kobold, and I'm currently working on Ghosts and Goblins. Yes, the NES version. Pity me.
Ghosts and Goblin. Oh yeah, I remember that
Tuesday and Wednesday, coming out.
one. Go check it out.
It's hard.
So, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next week. See ya.
Bye-bye.